welcome back to Dat Game. This week I was going to review another sexy video game, but I figure, why not kill 50 birds with one stone? Though I mean, like, they might attack you, picking up the stone, you know what I mean. I get fans telling me all the time about the next video game I should review, and I add it to the list. But there is another list, a list that not many people know about. Mum. We all have that one video game that's got sex appeal in it, and all your friends come over and you're playing it and they judge you. Don't lie to me, you have a game like that! So I compiled a list of 50 games of shame. Some of these games I have reviewed, some of them I haven't reviewed, and hopefully some of these games will surprise you. So to kick off 2015, this is 50 games of shame.
Bayonetta. This game has it all. The sexiness, the sass, and that swagger walk. Mixing the elements of Devil May Cry into a world where monsters beg at the mercy of this sexy gunslinger, Bayonetta has everything in the perfect mix of gameplay and dat goodness. And when friends see that transformation scene,
feeling of shame wipes over you, but it's all worth it.
X-Blades. This game's cover is a pure example of do your research. Don't get me wrong, it has the looks, but the gameplay? I'd rather stick with Bayonetta. It's a pure impulse buy, and one you may regret when someone pulls it from the shelf. Playboy the Mansion. A sim game where you are the boss of the Playboy bunnies. Yep, people were sold at the idea. The logo itself stands as a testament of an empire built around sex appeal. There is no hiding this game in plain sight, especially with the relationship building of the game. Custom made 3D. The ability to design your own maid? Hell yeah! That is the reaction of otaku boys everywhere. Just don't let anyone outside of that circle find out. It's bad enough you gotta explain the difference between a cartoon and an anime to some people.
Fucking plebs.
Any strip poker game. You know what I'm talking about. The first time you heard that a game of cards could lose the chick's clothes, you were like, "Deal me in, bitch!" We all know how it ends, but our curiosity makes us try them anyway. Classic shame.
I lost.
Vinyl Goddess. Just the title screen alone makes me want to get the shareware version. What's shareware? Well, if you weren't a 90s kid, you're missing out. Either way, if someone found this on your floppy, you would have a lot of explaining to do.
And your floppy would be a hard disk. Huh?
Fear Effect 2. Look at the cover alone. What is this game, and where can I get some of this PlayStation 1 skin-tight bodysuit goodness? About a bunch of sexy operatives named Rain and Hannah. Within moments of it starting brings us to that moment where we turn to our mother and say, we need to go to another room. And you know which scene I'm talking about. The elevator scene. But I'll leave that for a dat moment.
I think we're being watched. Let them.
Mighty Switch Force. Starring the crime-fighting Patricia Wagon, she brings that wagon of a butt in full tow, taking down criminals with her ability to take on the law. And in the sequel, she gets her own water hose to make people wet. 'Cause there are fires and shit. Made by the team behind Shantae, how can you go wrong? Leisure Suit Larry's Casino.
Deal me in, bitch!
Tomb Raider games. Look, people take these games the wrong way. Tomb Raider recently getting a reboot took her away from the big-breasted pyramid-shaped bombshell to a new direction. But the name still sticks. When people think of Lara, they still have the thought of that extra baggage she's carrying.
She's changed, Mum, I promise!
Onigiri. An MMORPG that begs the question, does that armor really work? Well, who cares? When your friends aren't on WoW or LoL, you can sneak away to Onigiri for some sexy and free MMORPG goodness. Being able to tour the mythical parts of Japan with some mythical babes, worth the shame in my book. BMX XXX. As much as I hated the outcome of this shallow game, it's another example of a game that would be in most Shady Peeps libraries. The title itself doesn't do a good job hiding it, so you might as well hide this one under your couch. If only you could explain to your friends that there is no sexy factor in this game.
That's kind of like explaining to someone that there were no sex scenes in the Lollipop Chainsaw porno.
Duke Nukem 3D. One of the few games that has a man on the cover, but reveals some sexy aspects in the gameplay. Whether it's rescuing slime girls or stopping by the strippers, this was one of the reasons Duke got his reputation. That and the gun. Danger Girl. Based on the comic series, it's all about secret agent girls, and, well, danger. You could say that this is a sexy version of Charlie's Angels. I mean, come on, have you seen the Charlie's Angels video game? Hyper Dimension Neptuna series. A game where the girls are based off game companies like Sega, Xbox and PlayStation. This is where explaining it to your friends that wouldn't get it is just pointless. Just enjoy the game.
You're gonna be split in two! Watch it, girl! This isn't the place for kindergartners to have a recess.
Rihanna Rogue. Ah, the 90s. What a time to be alive, when sexy video games were still the taboo. And considering Rihanna Rogue worked in the industry, it already gave this confusing as fuck game a bad rap in the gaming industry. Not just for the sex appeal, but this game was awful. Alternus, A Tale of Petty Revenge. I don't need to say much on this, just go watch my Let's Play on it here. It will clear up a few reasons why you may have to lock your door when you play this space gem. Bone Town. It's a game where you sleep your way to the top. You can sugarcoat this one however you like it. Either way, your mailman's gonna judge you through the window if he sees you playing it.
Fresh off the boat. Oh, sorry. I mean, new here to Bone Town. I can just tell when someone's a newbie around here.
Bonecraft. Giving a game a coat of paint to look like WoW isn't helping. Your mailman is still judging you.
Filling elf brothel entrance. Google indicates the acquisition of Hexadecker Force will open the entryways to the elf brothel.
Catherine. A story about love, good sex, and chic. This game has it all. There is no hiding the fact that this game is sexually active by any means. It's one for the den.
I don't just sleep around.
Visual novels. There are two types of visual novels. One's about story and plot, and then there are ones that are about story and plot. I think most visual novels cover the second type. The Japanese industry is flowing with erotic love stories left and right. There is honestly too many to cover, but when we get to Visual Novel Month, I'll give it a damn good try. Oculus Rift games. Now you can feel like you're really there. Technology is growing and a new market of games are opening up, and games of that goodness want a ticket on the train. From taking your waifu out on a date to being chased by giant anime ladies.
The future, ladies and gentlemen.
One Chun Bara. The whole series is about sword fighting, bikini ninjas, and zombies. Hell, the cover says it. And with a new game on the horizon with this costume, it couldn't be any more obvious. Again, another one to hide away when your landlord stops by. Conker's Bad Fur Day. This game is legend. When you were walking through your local Blockbuster...
Oh, that's a place you could rent a thing called videos.
And you wanted to rent Mario Party or even Blast Corps, but then you spot this, Conker's Bad Fur Day. A very unusual game with very adult content, from violence, swearing, and sex scenes. Well, it was implied at least. And I don't know if you can count a bee and a flower doing it, or a cog and another cog doing it. Either way, this game is legend. Just don't tell your mum you borrowed it from Billy down the street.
Thanks, Ed. Now go off with you.
Final Fantasy X-2. The cover on its own begs the question, why did they think this game was a good idea to make? And the excuse of, Well, it's the sequel to Final Fantasy X, just with chicks. You've already dug your grave. One day I will get to this one, as it's one of my most requested games I get, but for now it'll just be another number in my library. Dead or Alive 5. Since we saw them hit the beach, it was obvious that this was going to be the selling point. I've already said my piece on how much I love the series and the sex appeal it shows without question, but when you bring the game out to play with a mate, just make sure he knows which boxing bags you're talking about. Doki Doki Majo Shimpan. A game about finding a witch among angels. Using those hands of yours, you must bring the witch to justice. Just make sure you're wearing your headphones on the train when you play this one. Facebook games. Every Shady peepers click one of these fucks. Look at them staring at you with the face with promise of high hopes of dat goodness, and the next minute it's just shared the fact that you're playing this game with your friends and your grandma stops talking to you. Senran Kagura Burst. An amazing combat style game with much plot to be had. As long as you don't lend it to your little sister instead of Animal Crossing, you should be fine.
It could happen!
Wet.
You're not helping, game.
A game about a killer named Ruby, who is voiced by actress Elijah Dushku. It focuses on assassination skills using sweet moves. The name Wet comes from the term wet work, the acting of getting blood on your hands. Though, horrible bosses kind of ruin that meaning for me.
Your ad said you do wet work.
That's correct. I urinate on other men for money.
What was that? What did he say?
I think he said he pisses on dudes.
Why else do you think my ad was in the men seeking men section?
Where was it?
You fucking idiot.
Could you be dumber? Why were you looking in the men seeking men?
Looking for a man!
So now this game just seems like it's about pissing on people.
Flash games. From the depths of Newgrounds or the Google search engine, we've all played at least one sexy Flash game. Whether it's Frank's adventure as a photographer in search of sexy photos, the Shovelware, which is the Meat and Fuck series, or the God, which is Zone. There is something for everyone. Just set your browser to incognito mode first.
So, who's the best there is again?
Only on Cartoon Network.
Magna Carta 2.
Why am I
The
not
cover has a
surprised?
way of pulling my eyes in a certain direction. And, well, the game itself during dialogue scenes seemed to have the same effect. This game for an RPG is quite a nice balance, don't get me wrong. But it's hard to hide this loot drop, if you know what I mean.
It was also built by the hero Strauss, right?
And what else?
Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta is back, but this time with shorter hair and sexier poses. For anyone who wasn't attracted to this glamazon-legged girl before, will be now. At this point, you might as well admit you're a fan if you have two of the games in the series.
Huh? You could see me?
Because we're both in Purgatorio.
Lollipop Chainsaw. Much like One Chambara, it has zombie hunting and sexy combat with just enough sass to get anyone to ask you if you're enjoying the game for more than one reason.
And on my birthday, too! Like we're not already late enough! Gross! Stupid! Undead douchebags!
The Misadventures of Tron Bonne. Tron Bonne, made by the team behind Mega Man Adventures, is a great example of putting a lead girl in with just the right balance of cute and great gameplay to get a good game. This game does a great job of hiding. Except for one little problem. This fucking vagina plate.
Seriously, what the hell is that thing?
Leisure Suit Larry 1. One of the first games that made us earn the sexiness with puzzle solving and pickup lines. Already, this game was making stores want to pull it from the shelves, so trying to avoid the shame at the counter when purchasing it was almost unavoidable. Sexy Beach 3. Well, it's Sexy Beach 3. Again, that's like buying a jar of nuts and it has a label on the side saying, "Warning, may contain fucking nuts." Purin to Uhura.
I know you guys played this game after I reviewed it.
If you haven't before, you will now. The weird games are where it's at, where curiosity gets the best of you.
I caught you! But it's okay. I won't tell anyone.
Scarlet Blade. Another example of MMORPG with sex appeal. But this one goes a step further with nip slips and nudity. But you gotta work for the goods. Just remember to study, okay? The Shantae series. WayForward seriously has a way with these games. They have come a long way from the Game Boy days, and man have they brought the sexiness with them. But don't worry, it has great gameplay too. Take that from Shades. You can get away with this one if you're careful enough. Huniepop, the bejeweled Kickstarter visual novel game that has everyone asking the question, Shades, will you review this one? One day, my Shady peeps, one day. Huniepop is a great take on Bejeweled with a sexy spin. If only more games were daring to be different. Mobile games. The market is growing every fucking day. Seriously, I can't keep up. Shady peeps from around the globe want that Dat Game on the go, and people want to provide. But it's like doing a lucky dip in a haystack, hoping you'll find a $1 coin. I've been working on a secret to my Android game series I did over 2 years ago, so later this year I will hopefully re-explore the market and see how things have changed. But for now, I just stick to the poo games. Man, those are the shit.
Eh?
Magnum Cum Laude. I know this isn't an Owlo game, but still, the sexiness is brimming in this one. Whatever class was in the Leisure Suit Larry games is gone, so hiding this game is near impossible. Lula 3D.
I can't believe I'm talking about this fuck bucket again!
As much as I hate this game, a lot of people would have played it. And it goes to show that not only will you feel shame playing it, but the creators should feel it too. Criminal Girls, a game about punishing the girls who have sinned in order to return to their lives. Oh man, prison and chicks, what a theme. To be honest, just when Japan runs out of ideas, they reel me back in. Just don't tell anyone how you reform the girls. Akaba's Trip, Undead and Undressed. As I've done a review on this one, just go check it out. I think once you get to the stripping people naked combat, you'll understand why it's on the list. Monster Island.
It's a game where you drive an army tank into a girl's vagina. If you don't feel shame, then there's something wrong with you!
7 Sins. I don't think 5 minutes could go by where this game would seem normal. 1 minute you're making out with a chick in a change room, next minute you're pissing in a fucking pot plant, and before you know it you're punching the shit out of your co-worker. 7 Sins creates more questions than answers, I think. Senran Kagura Bon Appetit. Take some of your favourite characters from Senran and mix them into a cooking show. Then for dessert you get to lick the cream. 100% pure fan service if I've ever saw it. It oozes with it. That and the cream. And the #1 game of shame? Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. This #1 excuse to own it was, this is a sequel to Dead or Alive, don't judge me. This is your fantasy come true. Seeing the girls of the Dead or Alive universe playing on the beach in what we can assume is gameplay, this takes the #1 spot on my list.
In conclusion, a lot of these games may make you feel shame when other people see them. It doesn't mean you should feel ashamed of yourself. Much like the audience of 50 Shades of Grey, everybody's into their own thing, as much as I despise the audience and 50 Shades of Grey. So don't take this list to heart. These games are our roots, man. We're all a bunch of shady peeps. Just make sure when you're playing these games that your mailman isn't looking through the window. I'm Shades, and remember, you get what you paid for. Good night.
Ooh, that's hot!
I don't think you guys have play chess.
I do too.
Do you?
Very much. I used to play it in high school.
Did you really? Were you part of the chess club?
Not a chess club.
Oh, super nice.
Used to play. Excuse me. I love how you're like, I don't think he ever knows how to play chess.
I don't know how to play chess.
Like he just assumed.
I don't know how to play
Just
chess.
assuming, aren't you?
I
Excuse
feel like
me.
I've done something bad.
You have unearthed something. Welcome back to Dat Game, and welcome back to the final video of Leisure Suit Larry month.
Oh, thank God! I want to see some prime teats, you jabroni!
What the fuck? Where the hell did you come from? There better not be more of you.
Nah, it's just me. The name's Terry Trashmouth, shitbag, and I've come to join the team!
Whoa, 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 buddy. You can't just clank on in here and expect to become part of Shady Corner.
Hey, jabroni! You know about the Dat goodness, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know trash when I fucking see it. And to be honest, you need someone to bounce off with your jokes. You're fucking stale.
Hey.
Look, it's either that or I shit on your roof. Your choice.
I'll deal with you later. It's time to look at Leisure Suit Larry 3. Passionate Patty in the pursuit of the pulsating pectorals.
What a mouthful.
Leisure Suit Larry 3 was released in 1999 for the PC, Amiga, and Atari ST, making this the trilogy of the series. The game uses something called Sierra Creative Interpreter, which makes the graphics and sound quite similar to Larry 2. The one thing that this game goes back to is the dating sim roots of Larry 1. Thank God, the linear progression was killing it for me. So we boot up the game to Larry, and some chick grinding on her junk. Hey, I'm not complaining. Straight out the gate, I say. We find ourselves back on Nonatudi Island at the end of Larry 2, where the natives have discovered civilization apparently, and basically built a fucking city.
I mean, look at these timeshares!
Who would want to live on a fucking volcano?
Who the hell's that? No, seriously, who the fuck's that?
Hey, that looks like Danny DeVito with a wig on.
Go for it. Go for it. Ooh, go for it. Go for it. Ooh, where'd he go? Back.
How did the design go from this to this and then to this? And this design is the one that they went with? Maybe that's what living on an island does to you. Makes you fat. I know again it seems like a nitpick, but it doesn't scream Larry as much as the other ones did. They must have realized this as they went on. This looks like trash.
When I'm dead, just throw me in the trash.
So the natives thank Larry by giving him a home for him and his wife. And they erect a plaque, which makes Larry look like he's a president on a coin. Well, let's take a look at some of the sights.
That's it, baby. Work your magic. Get your own binoculars!
Let's head home to see our wife Kalua. Well, Kalulua. Or, I don't fucking know. And our amazing mansion.
God damn it, Larry. How could you not be improving at sex by now? Now Kit Kat or whatever her name is telling you to piss off! Oh, learn from your mistakes, you horny toad!
Well, there's only one thing for it. It's time to make a comeback. In style.
Yeah, baby! Let's hit the clubs!
Forest.
I don't know how many years on this earth I got left. I'm gonna get real weird with it. Meanwhile, block the wind. I'm gonna roast this bone.
Oh ho! Hey, pretty lady. Enjoying the sludge of the beach?
I'm over here!
Okay, Larry. Let's hit Twana with a good opener.
Damn it, Larry. I know you're rusty, but you're not even trying!
Or you could just give her the only money you have? Larry, calm down for 5 seconds here. That's all the money you have!
Oh yes, Larry, I take it back! No, go away. The fuck off! Go away!
Ah, great. Some souvenir guy is honing in on our material girl, trying to sell us some Ginsu knives. That's a weird place to sell that sort of thing. Though, reading this, I actually may want one.
Imagine a TV pay channel selling that sort of thing.
Blade is laser cut, forged stainless steel. Tough enough.
I'm sold!
Anyway, now that's out of the way, back to the beach sludge sex. But we soon discover we have sand crabs. Well, a beach romp isn't gonna work. We need a new strategy. Tell you what, let's take some time to put that Ginsu knife to good use and carve something.
Larry, how do you manage to breathe when all you think about is sex?
Stopping at a comedy club, we're treated with some custom-made comedy and a cameo of Ao Lo once again. He's like the Stan Lee of these fucking games.
I thought he'd be taller.
Okay, I have a plan. With some grass, we can make a skirt. And with our craft we made, we can sell this to Twani.
You see, point-and-click games were like MacGyver, combining random objects together that didn't really make much sense to basically always lead to success.
You know, Ryerson, now that the evidence is gone, probably no need to kill us.
There's no need at all, is there, Del?
Probably wouldn't mind if we just kind of moseyed on, huh?
I want my cameras back.
Just give me the rest of the film and your other camera, too. Come on.
Yeah, I think a little cooperation would go a long ways in this situation, don't you?
Hey, what?
Okay, time to sell this.
Holy crap! Have you seen the evil face on this thing? No girl wants to sit on this evil clay beast!
What? Do I scroll? Ew. Oh, that's not circumcised. I'm a Jew. This is like Mother Russia.
I'm zooming. I was like, am I allowed to zoom? I'm zooming in on the foreskin right now.
So apparently Twana does. Go figure. So we sell it for $20. Though I don't know why we didn't take this as a chance to steal our fucking credit card back. Again, Larry, there is too much blood downstairs. Let's hit a stage show. Could be better than what's going on here. Wouldn't mind getting some of that cherry tart. Well, we're in luck as we catch Cherry outside of her dressing room, and Larry decides to offer yet again more of what we don't have. Larry, the only thing we own is this fucking leisure suit. You sold our dildo doll.
We are broke!
You know what? This game takes it back to its roots. No pun intended.
Well, I intend it to be a pun!
Leisure Suit Larry 3 goes back to its seedy ways. It fixes a lot of the censor issues of number 2, and isn't ashamed of it. The only problem with this game I have is Larry's sprite, but aside from that, it's the Larry formula. Going after girls with items, and witty one-liners in silly situations. And some eye candy for the road. This game is appealing. If you like classic games like the Larry series or other point-and-click games with a bit of sexiness, then this is for you. It's a tease for sure, but it's quite fun.
I wonder where it goes from here.
To the shithole, I bet!
Well, we'll have to wait for Leisure Suit Larry Month next year. And yes, before you ask, Terry, you can fucking stay.
I knew you couldn't resist me, you fucking pun scum!
Well, Shady actually has a thing for sticking rodents in her hoo-ha.
Wait, what?
I'm Shays, and remember, you get what you paid for. Good night.
Ooh, that's hot!
Welcome back to Dat Game. I'm getting my practice up on Metal Gear Solid because I recently discovered a game just like it, and... Hang on a second.
Shades, why do we have to wear these stupid things again?
Like I told you this morning, my latest review is all about stealth.
Is that because you don't want people to know in this game you play a guy who kidnaps girls?
No, it's because I suck at the game. Look, I'm not into that sort of thing, okay, but it requires skill that only Shadow Moses can offer.
Fine.
Oh, before you go, what's your codec number?
It's on the back of the CD case, Shades.
It's showtime.
Made by Illusion, the team behind the Sexy Beach series, Des Blood, Schoolmate, and many other not-safe-for-work games of Japan. We've tackled this company before, but this time we're taking a look at Biko 3. Released in 2004, Biko 3 classes itself as a sex simulator/stalker game.
Stalker is such a touchy word. I prefer tactical sexy espionage.
Being the third in the series, they ironed out most of the kinks, improved the graphics and the engine. So one can only hope this is going to be half a decent game.
Did someone not take the fucking lens cap off?
There are so many questions I have on what's going on. Just listen. It sounds like a new Die Hard movie being filmed at the zoo. So we're greeted with the title screen of Biko 3. I can smell her fear. Let's select our lady for tonight's stalk sesh. My God! These boobs don't know if they want to be on Earth or fucking Mars. And I get the feeling Chris's boobs are searching for water like a pair of divining rods.
Yeah. Definitely. No, I seriously don't think this is gonna work.
You keep doing it, I'm
No,
fucking parched!
Okay, let's start with Rin. By the way, I love how it presents the girls in the club-like setting, giving us all the measurements and information before we stalk them.
Biko 3! Fun for the whole family!
We are treated with Rin's opening cutscene, which is meant to give us a backstory on her character, and our relationship with her. Look at the book she's reading. A mythology. Not any mythology, just a mythology.
It's like getting a book to write an essay for science and the book's called A Planet!
Alright, we follow Rin to her backstreets to make it inside her backstreets. It's time to use our stealth to get some intel on where she lives.
You know, because that's how relationships work.
The game layout is quite simple. The top right is your camera, for taking pictures.
For research.
The bottom right is for finding hidden objects as you make your way through the levels. You can use them later. The top shows us a good or bad route we're taking along with Rin and our eyesight on her. We can't lose that ass. Occasionally an action icon appears on the screen for you to activate objects to hide behind or into.
What the fuck are you doing in my trash can, you piece of shit?
Oh, hell yeah! Some smelly, rusty old glasses, totally not from the trash. I love the Batman sound it plays when you pick them up. Oh shit, shut up, dog! My cover's gonna be blown at this rate. I don't know why she's gonna stop every time she hears a noise. This game suffers from the Metal Gear Solid enemy cone vision. Though Kojima explains why all the enemies in his game have short sight. You can stand a certain distance away to avoid the girl's vision even though you're standing 10 meters away. But the same goes for the player. If he's a certain distance away, he cannot see the girl and loses sight of her.
Say that.
Say that! I'm right here, you fucking idiot.
I can't help it if I have the vision of a fucking koala!
Well, we've made it to the crosswalk, and it looks like the Popo's out on patrol. Gotta act cool. Yep. Nailing it. Shit, she's making a break for it.
Can't a man stalk in his own country anymore?
Are you kidding me? I got told off for jaywalking? Well, I gotta hand it to the game. It's mixing up the gameplay enough, but come on, it was still beeping, officer. Also, if you actually stand in front of him long enough, he arrests you for loitering. So Rin drops a memo. Like many objects in the game, they help you to progress in the reward ending of the game. So if we play our cards right, we can dress up Rin in some lost property.
Hand-me-down whores, am I right? Fuck you!
This is a long way home for a girl alone at night. Look, I'm not questioning her life choices, but come on, take the bullet train. Though, if she did, the developers would have turned this into a sexy train fare.
Did someone just drop this?
Who would drop this? Look at this. I have so many questions as to the story of where this mask came from.
What the fuck is my rape mask?
You've got to give the game credit. It knows how to create obstacles that I don't expect to make the gameplay diverse. I actually have to keep my eyes out for things that can make noise. Biko also gives you the opportunity to wait it out and follow your victim home, or pounce when the chance presents itself early. Sometimes the girls may be taking a drink at the fountain and BAM! You're under arrest for being... I honestly have nothing, I've kidnapped her, haven't I?
I think I'm gonna wait it out. You know, because I'm a gentleman.
What kind of path home is this? Did you need to walk around the fucking Ford Focus? Just walk straight home! At long last, your intentions are not as creepy, and her heart gives in to you, as well as her body.
Now, for the very first time ever, I can actually show you a lewd scene in a video game without censoring it. I'm so fucking excited! Here it is!
Here is what it looks like to suck an invisible dick that Lego crotch doesn't have. And that's written out the way. Well, we should at least look at some of the other characters while we're here, which do offer some changes to the path and even the story. Let's go with Secret Agent Chris.
Must be cold out.
So, much like before, the stalking game is the same, but again, the outcomes and paths are different. Aha! Caught Chris with a top down. How can you not like what's under that hood? One of the other characters I like is Riku the waitress, working at the local McDonald's, I assume.
And just for you guys, here's some scenes from the other endings to fill your void of curiosity. You know what? Biko 3 is unique. And before you jump down my throat about the kidnapping thing, I'll get to that.
Biko 3, like most Illusion games, delivers on the Dat goodness, but they like to fill in the gaps with actual gameplay too. This game actually does quite a good job at that. Consider this the Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes of shortness though. Once you've played it a few times, you do realise it's quite a short game, but the replayability is actually high. With multiple endings, good, bad, and in between, and items to unlock for each scene, there's a lot to do. However, as for the stalking factor, as much as I can make fun of it here, it's not something I'm into at all. It's not cool, man. Quite creepy and almost unsettling. If you're into that sort of thing, I can't judge you, but it's just not my thing. This game gets appealing. It just misses the mark on the pleasing for me due to the stalky nature. Even though you can get good endings that don't lead down that path, it's still in the game.
Well, that's it for this episode of Dat Game. I'm
Hello? Watch out for Claire. Who is this? Shady? Call me Red Thread. Yeah, okay. He's coming for you. Who? Do you remember us? What? That one time we slept together. Deceiving. Wait. Are you...
Ooh, that's hot! I can't help it if I have the vision of a fucking koala! That's a thing.
That's a thing?
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
I really think we should be worried about that call I got.
Shade, it's okay. I'll take care of it. If it's the old Shady, I'll find it.
You don't think I'm crazy, do you?
Of course I think you're crazy, you dingbat. That call came from somewhere, so I'll figure out where the call came from and you work on finishing that review.
Well, who am I going to get to review Huniepop with me?
Well, how about someone from the Shady Corner Global Network? You did set that up to help take some work off your back.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. UK Shady it is. welcome back to Dat Game. Today we're going to be looking at a video game I get a lot of requests for, Huniepop. Now, I was going to review it with Shady, but I've sent her out on a field assignment. So, using the Shady Corner Global Network, today we're going to be reviewing it with UK Shady.
Hi, Shady peeps.
So, UK, you ready to pop them honeys?
Oh yeah, been looking forward to this one. And I get to review this one with the boss himself.
And before you ask, she is legal!
Huniepop started like most games, a dream. This dream was had by Ryan Coons, who started a Kickstarter asking for $20,000 to make Huniepop, a visual novel style game with puzzle and RPG elements.
It's safe to say he got the money. Well, he got over $50,000, so you could say it was successful.
Not many visual novels have these sort of elements that set them apart from others, but Ryan and the team at Huniepop set out for the challenge. Ryan actually worked at Insomniac Games at one point, and even done work for Activision, so he knows his way around the industry.
Let's go pop some honeys.
So Huniepop boots up with a casual club beat and some very alluring art.
My body is ready.
So as we begin the game, we find ourselves out on the town, having a drink when we're approached by a girl named Caillou. The one thing straight out the gate I like is the dialogue. It's got more of a western feel, which does take away from that feeling of classic visual novels, but now the humour is more easy to take on board.
Look, dude, are you gonna be alright?
It wouldn't bother me. I'm just in it for the tits.
So Caillou leaves us. We then wake up in our bedroom to find Caillou is now a fairy without pants.
I'm okay with this.
She tells us she's here to help us with our lady problems, as she is a love fairy. We're then taken to a rooftop to learn about the date grid. So the game's like pairing up groups of 3 to build the affection bar below. If we do this, we win the date, and may even get lucky.
Each token has a specific property. Orange being romance, blue is talent, green flirtation, and red is sexuality. I like the red ones the most.
Each date likes a specific token, so your job is to clear more of those as you go.
The hearts help you to level up in the game, helping you to bank more honey for your pop. Just don't match the broken ones.
The droplets are for sentiment. If you match enough of those, you can use date items which can help you during the round.
As for the bells, match those to bank more moves. You're going to need them.
Whew, that's a lot to remember.
I've been taking notes, haven't you?
Yeah, sure. Oh.
I feel like I'm playing Bejeweled or Candy Crush. Should I feel bad?
Just remember, Shades, it's got the bust, it's a game you may trust.
You're right, I guess. To be honest with you, this gameplay is actually quite relaxing.
Listening to the music while staring at a sexy girl is quite soothing. Yeah, it's a bit of a task to get 100 on the old bar there, but it's still a nice break from other games. After our tutorial level, we're given a honeybee, an organizer that can record data of any girl we meet, and tell us anything we need to know about the honeys.
I wish those really existed.
What? I'm sorry, it's just the idea of Miles wanting to try your cupcakes.
Why is that funny?
No offense, Dorothy, but your cupcakes are dry and tasteless. Nobody ever likes your cupcakes.
My cupcakes are moist and delicious. Men love my cupcakes.
It says here we have a box of tissues and a dirty magazine in our inventory.
How did it know?
So, let's go hunting for the ladies. Let's head to the fitness club. We meet Kayana, who not only has an amazing rack, but has to support it with her arm.
Buy a push-up bra!
So, these moments with the girls we use to learn more about them. The more we know, the more intimate we become.
What are you trying to say?
That you're thirsty?
Okay, let's go scope out the other ladies. So we go to meet Tiffany, who... My God.
School is in session.
Bro, Asian chicks? Don't even get me started. I have like the worst case of yellow fever ever. Ever.
Is that racist? Yeah, I think that's racist.
So we learn Miss Yumi, aka Aiko here, teaches at the local university, and also doesn't wear the required clothes for it.
Oh yes, I'm going back to
My sandwiches are in here.
Next up is Belly, who looks like a belly dancer. Well played, game. Jessie, the girl who I'm quite sure is a corner girl. Lola, the sexy chocolate girl of style.
That's racist.
Nikki, the antisocial girl. And Audrey, the biggest bitch this side of the game. Okay, so let's focus on a select few of the ladies. I'm thinking Kayana, Belly, and Jessie. And without knowing anything about her and only knowing her for a day, we're already on a date.
Because that's how relationships work.
So we head to the ice rink for some Pop Honey action. Imagine if you were on a date and you were just staring at your phone playing this game instead of actually concentrating on the date.
So, what do you do for a living? Hello? Wow, suddenly I'm attracted to you. Wow, does this always happen on a first date?
Shut up!
Well, we can take this time to upgrade our traits using points. These help to make the game a lot easier. Let's go check on Aiko. Hot dang, she's sporting quite an outfit.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I need a nap.
Oh my god, me too!
Alright, the casino is my jam. Hell yeah, we nailed it. One step closer to that sweet, sweet honey.
Hey, Shades, don't put all your shades into one basket. Let's go check on Belly and see if we can get some of that sweet action.
She seems to be more spiritual and of the land.
I guess I could just give her some grass and I'd be set.
Well, Shades, you nailed it again. I gotta admit, you're not bad at this.
Thanks, UK. I do try. Video games are my thing.
So we head back to Belly again the following night and hit another one out of the park. The thing I like is that each day is themed and the costumes change on the girls. Also the hairstyles too, which you can unlock after every successful game.
Oh, looks like Belly sent us a picture message at a yoga class.
Whew! Dang, that's sexy. But who took that photo?
Shades, don't question it.
No, seriously, was it on a fucking timer? Who took the photo?
The CG pictures are quite unique and brimming with quality as you progress. You get them through messages as you make your headway with the relationships with the girls. Okay, let's take out our sexy teacher to the water park for a nap. Oh yes, I'm the king of pop and naps.
Doing this makes us one step closer to the final game with her. And trust me, it's quite sexual.
Oh yes, another heart under my belt. For a chick that's only known me for a few days, I'm making great progress.
Okay, back to Belly, you gotta balance those honeys. You can't just gamble on one.
Right, let's nail this one down. Yes! Alright, Belly. This is actually quite a fun experience for a visual novel.
Oh my god, Belly just sent me the hottest... Who took that photo?
After wooing the girls at Pop the Pops and getting them up to a high heart rank, it's time to seduce them in the bedroom. So once you have their heart rank up to 4, make sure you ask them out on a date at night. If you win the night date, well, let's just say the hard work pays off.
Better mute your game, or get headphones, because things get loud here.
Now that we've seduced our sexy teacher, we can play the final game of Huniepop with them. This game you cannot lose, but the hard part is the distraction.
Yeah, it's hard when the girls are moaning so loudly when you're trying to win. Kinda makes this final game distracting, considering it's based on how fast you get the combos, otherwise the meter goes down.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, we're rewarded with some sexy artwork, and I bet there's even more waiting at the 5 heart rank.
Nailing your first girl unlocks Kiyu to your honeybee and puts her on the list. Yeah, even she cannot resist you.
Well, I have to say, Huniepop's amazing.
Huniepop does what most visual novels dare not to. Be different. Putting a solid game mechanic at the core. Rounding the character traits, the skill trees, items, and having a killer art pack and soundtrack makes this game pop. The only drawback being is it's hard to enjoy the final climax scenes, but you still manage to get whisked away in the moment. Also, if you're not a fan of Western style voice acting and jokes, this game might not be for you, but I recommend it 100%. There is so much to do and unlock, and for a visual novel, it's never really boring. Hell, in later games I played of it, I unlocked a cat girl and an alien chick, and it's something about alien chicks that get me.
I was probed once.
This game is pleasing. It's right up there for sure. You can pick up a more censored version on Steam. Otherwise, head on over to their website to pick up a more exclusive version for the full experience.
Well, thanks for helping me out today, UK Shady. You did well for a field agent.
Thanks, boss. You did alright yourself.
Thank you. Hey!
Don't be a stranger.
Cheeky, sexy British bitch. I'm Shades, and remember, you get what you paid for. Good night. Ooh. Good old photo message from Belly again.
Seriously, how the fuck is she taking these? Ooh, that's hot!
I'm back, boss.
Where have you been? It's been weeks.
Well, the signal took me up north on a road trip.
Well, I guess that explains why all the gas receipts were charged to Shady Corner then.
What? Did you expect me to walk?
Ugh. What did you find?
Well, this thing is what's creating the signal.
This looks like a pile of junk.
Oh, and I picked this up from one of the gas stops on the way back.
Better be a Bob Dylan CD. Are you trying to be a funny fuck?
Yeah, a little. Well, I'm gonna go and take a nap, so enjoy your game and your junk.
Please don't let me review this game! Welcome back to Dat Game. You don't want me to review this game. I mean, you really don't.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Fine. But in order to talk about Hooters Road Trip, we'll have to look back at the history of Hooters itself. And I'm just warning you now, if I get mad to the point where I smash my keyboard, put it in a bowl with milk, and eat it like cereal, don't question me.
Hooters. Everyone knows the Hooters family food restaurant. Yeah, I use the term family lightly, because it's a restaurant that uses hot wings and sex appeal as its marketing tools.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Hooters does a clever thing though, and uses the name as a double entendre, also talking about Hootie the Owl mascot. Not just boobs.
We know it's for the boobs.
Hooters has over 400 restaurants as of 2014. From its home in America to Germany, Japan, the UK, Taiwan, and even Australia.
Sadly, not here in Perth. Damn you, Hooters!
Hell, they even have a Hooters magazine. Jesus, if Subway did Subway Sluts Illustrated, I'd eat there every fucking day. Well, with every franchise comes a time you must jump the shark. To a water you have no fucking place being in. Hooters Road Trip is that water. In 2002, Hooters Road Trip hit PC and PlayStation, developed by Hoplite Research. Hoplite was some company made by Mana Granello, which when I Google his name only comes up with games he's credited in such as SimCity 2000 and Sonic 3D.
Please don't let it be the same guy.
And for some fucking bizarre reason, Ubisoft published it. Really? Ubisoft, I'm fucking ashamed by you. Don't put your hands in this shit. It's bad enough you're milking Assassin's Creed like a fucking cow. This game has amazing reviews, such as 22 out of 100, and worst game ever made.
Oh boy.
Well, let's not waste any time. Fuck. Let's boot this fucker up. Oh, for God's sake. Even Hoplight's logo smells of shit just looking at it. And the association with Hooters means we didn't ask them dick about the game. Fucking ship it already! Okay, well, the splash screen looks okay. The girls look hot, and the racing looks quite intense. Maybe the people were wrong about this game. So the intro to Hooters Road Trip starts, and, well, it's awful. Hell, I don't even think they asked any of these girls to be filmed. They just turned on the camera and yelled, "It's for the fucking game, smile!" Seriously, what is with this footage? It's so fucking awkward. And the logo's fucking terrible. What was this made in? It looks like a uni student's 3D project. Oh, it's loading. Brace yourself, it's fucking loaded. Here comes the game! Well, here we are. In the... I actually don't know where we are. I assume it's the office at Hooters. This is our menu, which, to be honest, doesn't look too bad. Checking out the music options, we find out we have no licensed music. Come on, Hooters, couldn't you spare some of that wing money to get Born to be Wild or something? And I just love how they selected one song to play on fucking loop.
Are you trying to kill me, game?
Well, let's test drive first.
Come on, this way to the test track.
No, what the hell was that? No, go back and play that shit again.
Come on, this way to the test track.
What a fucking performance. She put 0% into that performance. And you guys were like, "Back home, folks."
Come on, this way to the test track.
Come on, this way to the test track.
Come on, look how awkward that must feel.
Come on, this way to the test track.
You should be ashamed. Ashamed.
Well, this game looks like plain Jane. But hey, it was 2002. You know, 2 years after the PlayStation 2 came out! Okay, I'll give the game some credit. It's a game. Unlike some other games out there. This game reminds me of Road Rash. I think it's the way the view is made, or the graphics, but it reminds me of those times. So as you can guess, the first big problem of this game is...
it's a fucking road trip!
Seriously, this shit would be worse than Penn & Teller's Desert Bus if not for the slightly less shitty graphics. Okay, I get the idea. Let's just do the road trip so we can get to Hooters. I can taste those chicken wings and breasts already. She has seen some shit.
Okay, it's time to race. Let's get to fucking Hooters already.
While we race the computer, I figured I should talk about another thing. The controls. They're not the best. It almost feels like if I nudge it too far, I'll do a U-turn. But bearable if you hug the brake like a little bitch. Oh, and don't get too excited. If you crash into anything, it doesn't affect you. Seriously, all it does is slow you down. This game is breathing boring already.
You know what would fix this shit? Product placement.
Why the fuck didn't they do that? Why didn't they put billboards saying Hooters next exit every 5 seconds? At least then I would enjoy my road trip. Instead it feels as boring as a fucking road trip.
Hey there! Welcome to Jacksonville.
Wow. She sounded like, "Fucking hurry up! I've got to start my fucking shift! Hurry up and film it!"
Hey there! Welcome to Jacksonville.
Oh, nice postcard. And check this shit out. In the background is a completely different game. I'm not even kidding. What fucking game is that?
I want to play that game!
Oh, so we're not stopping here to Hooters? I guess we're crossing a few places first before we get to our destination Hooters, I guess. Okay.
we there yet?
No.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to Georgia. How you doing, sugar?
Fuck you! This is the same place. I'm not fucking dumb game!
Yeah, you finished first!
I've never felt so patronized in all my life.
Well, I unlocked a Rendan and an NPC car, which I assume the producer of the game drives, considering the profits this game made. Look at this shit bomb. And yes, I tried to drive it. It drives like a horse on ice.
Well, at least we get to go to Hooters now that we... Really? This is what I get? Are you just...
Yep. I'm not even shitting you. Once you have done the entire road trip, you gotta do it all over again from the start and enjoy another clip of some chick saying, "Hi y'all, welcome to fuck you."
Hi there, welcome to Georgia. How you doing, sugar?
I cannot believe this. Franchise games have been done right before, like Cool Spot or Global Gladiators. Fuck, even Pepsi Man. But this is just wrong.
Oh, this is a game, alright. But it's like if I did this.
What a waste of air this game is. I can't believe Hooters will allow this game to launch with a name on it. For 2002! If I was to make the Hooters game, you would travel from place to place, visit Hooters, learn the history of the store, meet the girls, and play mini games like eat the chicken wings or something. At least then the game would have substance, but this is utter asshat! The sex appeal is nothing more than to sell copies of this horse shit they call a game. What a waste of a day and what a waste of time. You would have more fun going on an actual fucking road trip to Hooters. The reward you would get, you would actually go to fucking Hooters!
I'm Shades. And remember, get what you paid for.
You should try the wings!
Ooh, that's hot!
I hope that was recording.
Well,
damn it, because that was attractive.
Why? Why?
Oh, you can have fun editing that.
Well, you're like, oh. Well, that explains where all the petrol stops were charged to the Shady Corner account then. I don't know why I did that. Are you trying to be a funny fuck?
Sorry.
That's okay. Sorry. Something I'd normally say to you. Alright, go.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no, you're right. I've already prepped you.
Okay.
That. Trying to be a funny fuck? Damn it. Welcome back to Dat Game. A lot of people as of late have been telling me about Zombeer, a game about zombies, sexy cheerleaders and drinking booze. Well, that being said, I'm sold.
Zombeer is made by Moonbite Studios, an up-and-coming developer who's made a few short animation films. Some of these look quite interesting. The game is written by Carlos Fernandez. This guy has an amazing name. Carlos Fernandez. Well, they tried their hand at game making, and now on Steam you can get the first chapter of Zombeer. Since I've had a bad run-in with zombie games in the past, I'm kinda worried about this one. But the zombie rabbit on their homepage kinda convinced me. Zombeer is about you, the player, trying to make it to your girlfriend who's been captured by the school zombie chancellor. Though, bad news, you have been bitten. So the only way to stay normal is to drink up.
Well, I'm not complaining.
The title screen shows Zombie Girl's leg standing in what I assume is Zombeer. I am so ready for this game. And there's a guy swimming up this zombie girl's cooter. We wake up in a bar from what was an amazing Halloween party.
Awesome Halloween party.
Have fun with that cheerleader in a zombie costume. I'm going home.
Oh, but that is one serious bite.
Change of plans. I'm going to have a drink with Chancellor Colin Duty at college party. See you at home tomorrow.
Damn that Chancellor!
What do you think? Should I go look for Karen? Okay, you wise little toy Buddha. And by the way, should I give the Chancellor what he deserves? You're wise beyond your years. But first, should I drink my last Zombeer? You the boss?
He said no!
Okay, is that a dildo?
What fucking party was I at? I want to be at that party! I want to play that level!
This'll hit the spot.
Now before we begin, set your settings to auto run. This helps pick the pacing up for the game. But trust me, there's already a lot to look at. The detail in some of these areas is insane. The graphics really pop.
Ole!
So we gotta collect a few sub things on our trip, including a naughty magazine, and of course some weapons. I can't believe I'm using a dildo as a weapon. Already this is giving me a postal vibe of silliness.
Wait, is that a scratching of No Fate on the bar? That's from Terminator.
Well, this calls for a drinking game by the looks of things. Play along at home if you dare, but I don't take any responsibility for you passing out mid-tug.
Well, every 5 pop culture references I find in the video game, I'll take a shot of this sour apple spirits. Along with drinking my drink, of course.
So as you notice below is a bar. The dot in the middle shows how intoxicated you are. Let yourself go dry and you turn full zombie. Drink too much and, well, you overdose. So you gotta keep the balance at all times.
Yes!
That's gotta be something. I mean, I'm not with it, but yeah, I guess that counts.
So these skull vendors that you can hack provide you with Zombeer if you can find any.
It's good.
What the fuck was that?
Is that the Simpsons donut? And a motherfucking space invader?
God damn it! Oh, damn it. Gonna be on my ass before I know it. Oh, yeah.
So as you can tell, this game knows it's a parody. It's very self-aware, littering references to games and movies all over the place. I assume it's things that the developers are into. I was worried it might ruin the gameplay, but it's kind of fun to try and find them all. Oh, hell yeah. I don't know what that zombie chick is doing, but I love it.
Watching a zombie cheerleader chick chomp down on a dead man's dick. It's the Australian dream.
I just realized the game's graphics remind me of Zombies Eat My Name. God damn it. Also, I love the tombstones that come up with the random names on them. It's the little things, guys. Rest in peace, sexual manager.
I'd like to know where to apply for that job, please.
But if you look at the zombie on the bus, special prize for your tight neoprene garter.
Fucking hell.
Wait, is that... Well, okay, at this point, I'm letting the game narrate the story, so down the pipe we go then. Oh shit, sexy zombie.
Is that a thing? I feel weird for saying if that's a thing.
Well, after beating up the zombie chick with my dildo...
Yeah, that is the only time you ever hear me say that sentence in my entire fucking life.
I end up finding some director's commentary. Even the commentary is a piss take.
Wow. To design the delicate balance of zombification, we relied on numerous field studies conducted every Thursday night during the production years.
Now we're talking. Not that I didn't mind the dildo, but a nail gun? Now that's a weapon for zombie killing if I do say so myself.
Careful! Stop or you will be...
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna die from this. I just know it. Oh.
Now, the combat. Shooting zombies and such is quite fun. Not the most polished shooter, but it still works in its favour. The other thing this game does is not overdo the guns. There's only a handful of guns in the game. Okay, we've made it to the school.
Chancellor calling duty! That zombie bastard bit Karen!
Oh, because of his name!
Headshot!
Oh, you bitch!
So this game is actually quite good at being a first-person shooter. For their first attempt, they've done a great job so far. Although that could just be the alcohol talking. I mean, so far I've seen some booze and shot some shit. But who knows? The one thing I'd like to see is a zombie chick up close. Say maybe like a quick time button push event. You know, you push them away or something. That way I can enjoy the infected titties.
I'm going to hell.
So the game does take care to mix things up as we go. Not just a shoot fest. Such as moving crates and such.
Ah, seriously, what the fuck is that tumbleweed?
And look at these boob physics. You can tell the animation studio has been dying to get these puppies to shake for a while. So we make it through the back rooms of the school trying to unlock new areas, finding bobbleheads and admiring dead titties and such.
That doesn't fucking count. That was like 2 lost.
There's no point in complaining. There's no point. I spilled a bit on the table. Yep.
game is really having fun with itself here. Giving me a mission like this and not expecting me to be amused by that?
Look at this little fucker.
Let's check the toilets. There's always loot in toilets.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm aroused right now.
Oh shit, it's Karen.
Zombeer, you really need some sleep.
Damn it, Karen, eat a burger!
Seriously, this game is a fucking cock tease. I want to see some zombie titties! Well, now with the monster nail gun, I hope we can. The best part about this weapon is that it rocks a sick riff when you reload it.
Excellent!
So after an Indiana Jones clip, we make it to Grounds Willie's office.
Groundskeeper Willie had a plan to take down the Chancellor? He also left out this book by Homer and a map of the Oakland BART system. Okay, I need to find the
I think they might be a fan of The Simpsons. Just a hunch.
So, Willie has a plan to build a sexy sniper rifle. It's time to get those parts so we can take down Call of Duty. Again, I don't want to shoot these girls, I just want to get to know you better.
You know what they should do, right? Is they should make a... Fucking hell. They should make a Sexy Worms game. And they have like... And they'll have worms. And then they have like... Imagine they got worm titties. And like... I don't know what I'm talking about.
Wow!
Okay, so we got some sort of octagon, kind of like some Splatoon hybrid. Except this sucker shoots grenade blasts.
Again, a phrase you'll never hear me say ever again.
Oh my god, yes! Let me just get comfortable.
God damn it!
Okay, after clearing out that room, we gotta stack some boxes to get the lift. Whoa. Fuck!
I need that as a coffee table.
Let's head to the library to get things moving. Well, another area with zombie tits, push puzzles.
They'll never fix it.
Okay, whoa, okay, whoa. Whoa, back it up, hang on, whoa, hey, steady there. Steady that, stop. Slow little thing. Let's just chill bang back here. For a minute.
Before I kill myself, let's wrap this up and tell you more about the highlights. But we make it to a football field to witness Jessica, the school supermodel, jogging them tig old biddies. More references out the butthole. Seriously, there's a fuck ton, so if you're thinking of doing a drinking game, you might want to make it every 7 or 10 take a shot. More sexy scenes to find, like this shower scene right here.
I like it. Nice and clean. Saudi.
Thank you, Carlos.
And a showdown on a football field to gain the butt of Jessica and our girlfriend. What a player.
And a finale fight that, if you don't want spoil and you want to play the game for yourself, click this. I don't know where the fuck I'm going to put the annotation because I'm so fucking drunk. But click that annotation and it will skip ahead past this bit. Let me know when you've done it. Clicked ahead? Okay.
The Chancellor turns Super Saiyan and you throw a dildo into his eye socket.
All you need is love and a dildo.
I'm gonna take a shot for saying that.
Also, there are 3 endings to choose from. One involves one of my favorite episodes from The Simpsons, a box of death from a horror movie I can't remember because I'm just fucking drunk, and a cock tease show with the zombie rabbit. Zombeer is a game that they knew was going to be a labor of love, a parody of games in the gaming world. A game filled with things they loved, and it would tease you with the right amount of that goodness that made me hunt for more. Don't get me wrong, I'd love more sexy moments in this game, such as the quick time zombie push event that I mentioned earlier, but this game was fun for the exploration aspect, and the game entertained me between boobs each time. And the drinking was a plus. You can complete this game in just a few hours, but you feel entertained doing it. This game is pleasing, just enough to reel me in and to get me hooked. A game that doesn't take itself too seriously and was fun. Much like a peep show, but all the chicks are dead chicks. Having said that, go support these guys. I feel it's only just the start of their gaming career. Hell, I want to be in the game. I will help you guys in any way. I will promote you any way I can. Just put me in there as zombie shades with a couple of zombie chicks at my desk, and I'll be sweet.
Make it happen, Carlos. I'm Shades, and remember, you get what you paid for. Salute.
Ooh, that's hot!
You're gonna put yourself in the line of fire. You know what's gonna happen, right?
What are you doing? Waxing your nuts? Get out of the bathroom, you rodent fuck! Oh, fine! Jeez!
Welcome to Dat Game. I'm Shades, and yeah, I know what you're thinking. You guys are wondering, Shades, why would you be bringing up the recent announcement of Space Jam 2?
The wound has been tainted with salt. Let it rest, man.
I kid. But seriously, I'm gonna let that train run off the fucking track. But in all seriousness, today we're gonna be talking about a game that you guys request a lot. A game that you guys request that I don't review.
You don't want to see me suffer a terrible fate? Well, we've covered the lewd, the bad, and the ugly. It's time to brave a whole new category. But I'm not going to say it. No. You can all sit there wanting me to throw fireballs towards the social justice shield that is Revolution 60. Don't you?
I think I'm a little bit better than that. I drove a tank into a woman's vagina. I think I've got some maturity. So to help me review Revolution 60 today, I've got the host of Neat Life and Dead Game is Talking. The girl who is on the front lines, Socks.
Hi, Shades. You know, you can say Gamergate.
Not gonna say it.
What are you, a pussy?
No! I'm gonna give my honest opinion on this game. I am gonna make sure that none of that thing gets, you know, I'm not gonna say that stuff.
Gamergate.
Yes, that topic. We're not gonna talk about that, okay?
Okay, fine, we won't talk about it. But you're gating my gamers.
Yes, I think they got it!
Revolution 60 was created by Brianna Wu and her company Giant Space Cat, an iOS game about a team of spies led by a girl named Holiday. Their mission is to take back control of a space station and its AI. Pretty straightforward.
Recently, the team ported it to PC and wanted to release it on Steam, so they decided to put it through Steam Greenlight. Of course, this was a drama festival that culminated with astroturfing with new single-purpose Steam accounts from either the devs or their friends voting yes on the game, and hilariously bad troll bait attempts.
It got a review from the LA Times saying it was a sci-fi game that puts women at the front.
Beyond Good and Evil. Fear Effect 2. Sorry.
Man, Socks, you know your shit.
What can I say? I love what I do.
So the game boots up powered by the Unreal Engine. It's here that we meet Holiday, the assassin, Minuet, her commander, Amelia the engineer, and Valentina, the unknown.
Lots of girls, no guys. Sounds like my matriarchy, huh, Shades?
Well, it may be like Charlie's Angels or Danger Girl. I'm willing to keep my mind open at this point.
You won't have a mind by the end of it.
So starting a new game, we get to see Valentina regretting her life choices.
How ironic.
Cut back a few minutes, we find Holiday talking to the chessboard AI, before we are introduced to the decision-making in the game.
Yeah, sure. Gameplay.
You haven't played this, have you?
No, and I won't play an overinflated iOS QuickTime event simulator. That's why you're doing it.
That's not fair!
Anyway, the game plays out in a decision-based format. I guess kinda like Heavy Rain. But the thing I notice most is that the decisions don't really matter that much. Most of the game's decisions are either professional or sarcastic. The only time the gameplay changes is when you get a disadvantage in a fight. Using the slide function on the screen, you rotate or tap when requested to progress the story. It doesn't feel like you're doing anything, more like you're just pressing next in a different way each time. So as we put up with the sass of chessboard, we jump on a ship and double tap the bitch.
I'll be back.
What?
Straight away, the game gives off a PlayStation 1 vibe. By that I mean the graphics seem to fit in with the PS1 era. However, some of the design choices are just lazy. Such as this bike. Really, guy? Come on, guys! If you can't be bothered to animate the wheels, at least indicate that it's designed to hover. Otherwise, it just looks like this.
Hey Shades, come on, Brianna Wu, the lead dev, did say, and I'm quoting here, "I'm one of the best known women developers in the world today."
Okay, that's a fucking stretch.
Okay, well it says on her website, and I'm quoting here again, Revolution 60 is a breakthrough game for the iPad.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Back up a second there. What the fuck is so revolutionary about this?
It's a game where you make decisions using motion on a touchscreen. Unless she means the breakthrough is the girls or the sexy factor, in which case, let me pull up a list of games that's done this before.
I'm sorry, and what the fuck does it mean when it says a deliberate mixture of Heavy Rain and Mass Effect? So, it's a derivative and unoriginal wankfest?
Anyway, after the ride on bikestatic_3D.model, we make it to the tribal tattoo quarters. No, really, look at this. It's tribal tattoo headquarters. And check out Holiday! She's got a tribal tattoo on her face! The only people that should be getting tribal tattoos are tribal people.
If you have a tribal tattoo and you're not tribal, you're a fucking idiot!
So, Team B makes its way to the fortress, alerting the tribal troops. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, we'll you know what? We'll just call them that.
Actually, they look like what would happen if Jack Skellington and a Sarlacc had a weird nightmare love child.
Again, 10 minutes in, and I still don't feel like I'm really controlling anything, other than the movies or which direction the characters go. It's more like an interactive story. Next, Minuet gets her bug instincts on and literally turns into a bug. Is this some type of vision or some type of combat move? Who knows, but she goes full Ant-Man.
Makes sense.
Also, take note, she's wearing a chessboard dress. Let's just take that, and we'll put that over here for now. We'll come back to it.
After Holiday remakes the Final Fantasy VII bike scene, she meets up with freesounds.org. Come on guys, it went from corny to cheesy to just lazy. So with Val down, Holiday calls for help. In all honesty, Val, Minuet, and Amelia are quite hot for sub-characters, but the design isn't exactly revolutionary. Hell, it's more hip-breaking. But Holiday, I don't really feel connected to her sexually. I guess that's what she was trying to go for?
The lead dev Brianna Wu actually admits she got complaints that her game was too sexualized, and she wants to tone it down in the next game she makes, billing herself as some kind of sex-positive feminist while advocating the notion that other creative works are exploitative of women is kind of contradictory. I mean, her character design isn't dead or alive, but, I mean, them curves, those butts, come on.
Now we're at the combat section of the game. Remember that little bit where I said about the chess dress thing? You know, I said for us to hold it back earlier? Just grab that, bring that back here, because we're going to need it for this next bit.
What is it with these chess themes of this game? The AI they take orders from is named Chessboard, Minuet's dress is a chessboard, and the combat system is a chessboard with timing. So it's fucking chess!
Okay. How about women in decision-based video game? Innovative and never done before. Revolutionary game design. What else? Well, things I like are chess and tribal tattoos. Yeah. That's a game.
I know it sounds like I'm harping on about the combat here, but here's the thing. The combat doesn't change. This is what you've got to do in the game. Every time you meet a bad guy, you feel like the story's going to tell you, no, fuck you. Beat this thing so then we can progress. Now even the game is confused, wanting to know if it's even a game at all or a simple story decision game. Hell, it could be both. Mass Effect does it well, but in Revolution 60, it just makes everything move so freaking slow. You do level up and use your skill tree to add more moves and attack power, but the bad guys get tougher, so it doesn't really change anything. In fact, it actually feels slower sometimes. Holiday shoots down what I assume is a little robot thing from Portal, but it's filled with noodles. Holiday reprograms the noodle robot to carry Val and tries to leave.
Isn't she meant to be an independent woman character? Why doesn't she carry Val? I mean, she's meant to be the hero.
Minuet promotes Amelia to pilot, and I move my knight to E3. The big conversation trees you share with the characters don't really change much. You learn just a few new things. It's the small decisions that make you progress to the different endings. Even when it's a simple yes or no, it's really just a yes with a different tone. Not so much a game changer, but more of a reflection of the way you treat your fellow agents. The third part of the game is the free roam element, but it's not so much free roam as click and move the camera. It's really banking on choice as being the main focus. But here, it really doesn't work. Hell, I want to see the ship! Let me walk around, damn it! I want to see a space toilet!
You know, the script wasn't well received because it was written as a screenplay, so they changed the long cutscenes to have continuous interaction.
Fuck's sake, this is a movie. It's a game trying its hardest to be a game, but it's a movie. It's it's like if I went like this, next scene, next scene. That is the game, it's a fucking movie. Heavy Rain, you know Heavy Rain, the one on PlayStation, Heavy Rain? That had more substance to it as a game. And that was meant to be an interactive movie adventure. That has more fucking substance than this fucking game. Sorry, I didn't mean to. You're interrupting me right now, because I'm playing a game. Don't bother me. I'm playing a game that looks like a movie, but it's definitely a fucking game. So you better fuck up. Oh, I'm having so much fun!
A tribal trooper makes it onto the ship. By the way, I love when a bad guy just shoots at nothing. Did I hit her? Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, you fucking nailed it, bruh.
So to give you an idea, this game isn't too big. The level cap is 9, and for a game where you level up, that's not really much at all. To give you an idea of the combat itself, I'm going to show you in real time a battle from start to finish, how long it takes me. Just watch.
It's like watching paint dry.
So we make it to the chessboard spaceship where we must re-establish control.
Let's go.
Moving my pawn to D2.
Wait, why the fuck did she bring her bike with her?
That's a good point. It's not exactly the best place to use this, but if she didn't use her bike, she would have got fried in the laser beams.
For the plot!
That and it just looks fucking stupid. We find out that Amelia and the chessboard team have been working on geisha bots. Yeah, alright, that's the thing.
You know, this would be much better if they were just sex bots. Actually, a lot of things would be better if the entire cast was just sex bots.
Don't get me wrong, sexy geisha robots are pretty hot, but man, if they were sex robots, sign me the fuck up.
Minuet has a couple of bugs to swarm through her system. Something about T100 being out of date or something, and meanwhile Holiday has a fight in what I assume is an incubator room for weed.
Dank.
Smoke weed every day.
Now, a lot, and I mean a lot of combat happens. Like a boring amount of combat. Until we find a room that looks like the Ratman from Portal was writing his stories on the walls. And make it to the core of the spaceship. Which is convenient, because now she gets to fight some geishas.
For the plot! Actually, you know what? We've seen enough.
Oh, thank God, I'm dying here.
Look, to be honest with you, the game's not too bad.
Wait, are you kidding me?
Well, it's not a game. It's more of an interactive story, but I do believe there are two ways to look at this.
If this game was released in the PS1 years, it would have been within the times. No doubt, actually a cult classic. And it would have revolutionized the way we play games too, as back then decision making wasn't such a popular mechanic. But for a game in the now, it's been done before. It does feel like they're trying to recapture the retro nostalgia, but because it's so confused in itself, there's no way the player is supposed to be able to figure out what media it's meant to be. Is it a game? Is it a movie? Is it a book? Judging it from the Dat Game perspective, it's not too bad, but it also doesn't offer anything more than what you see. This makes the cover seem deceiving, but actually it lands just a little bit lower than that, into confusing. Not a complete disappointment, but just not knowing what it is. And it's not really worth the price admission either.
I mean, I'm not saying don't buy the fucking thing. If you want a science fiction QuickTime event novel, then it's fine. But remember that this game, as it is, was what the devs wanted to make. With the hypersexualized and deformed main cast to its derivative plot, it doesn't really conform to the mainstream, and it's far from unique. But it was their vision, and we have to respect that this was the game they wanted to make. But you know what? You're smart enough to know where you stand on this. You are the gamer, and you can make your own decisions. But remember, the people you are supporting might talk about making many different types of games the way they want to make them. But at the same time, they will attack other artists and their creative visions for not being politically correct. So, maybe take that into consideration if that's your thing.
You hit the nail on the head, Socks.
Well, this has been fun, Shades. Just remember, when you play another perverted game and you need a sock for relief, remember that sock may just be me.
Okay. Well, I'm Shades, and remember, you get what you paid for. Good night.
Don't you dare!
Ooh, that's hot!
You know how silly this sounds, right?
Yeah, I'm well aware what I'm getting myself into.
I could test the tech myself.
Yeah, you could have. But you don't have a dick.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, that's all done.
So, how do I look?
Well, if you were on Pornhub, your thumbnail would definitely be in the cheerleader section.
Charming.
Ooh, that's the doorbell. That must be it now.
Just think about it before you do it.
Welcome back to Dat Game, the show we judge video games by their sexy, sexy covers. I'm Shades, and today we take a step, no, a bold leap into the future of Dat reviews.
You gotta burn your dick clean off.
So I'm not what's talking to you!
So from shoot 'em ups, point and click adventures, holidays at the beach, and a town named after Bones, it's now time to take gaming to the next level. Today is a special review. Whatever dignity I have will be gone by the end of it, but hey, all in the name of science.
I'm making it sound like I could just land on the moon. Why land on the moon when you can just bring it here? And fuck it!
Well, the amazing site JList.com hooked me up with this. Introducing 3D Custom Girl. The next step in bringing the waifu home with you. Well, okay, not the real one, but gosh darn it's close. But that is not the crowning jewel of this package. It comes with its own controller.
You're going to hell!
Yeah, and when I get there, I'm gonna fuck Satan! So shut up and let me do my review! Sorry, baby.
3D Custom Girl was created by TechArts 3D for designing 3D models of female characters. It's used for adult content. I'm guessing not just gameplay, but modeling itself. This program is even used to create characters in animation alongside the popular Miku Miku dance.
They know what it's for.
After Custom 3D Girl, a company called Bullet released 3D Custom Girl Evolution, a more up-to-date version for what I can tell, using locations you can travel to and special events. I may one day have to visit this paradise. So the one thing that Custom Girl offers above most modeling programs is to have a one-on-one with your character.
It's kind of like a job interview. Except someone's getting a dick in the butt.
Now, the crowning jewel. The controller. So there is actually a market out there for this, so you better be sitting down. A controller that hooks up via USB where you yourself can use your dick as a controller.
The future!
Yeah, you heard me right. You can use your joystick as a joystick. But here's the icing on the cake. The company also boasts that this is a special controller for your junk, and you can actually hook this up to non-adult games.
So you're telling me that I could smash boxes in Crash Bandicoot with my dong?
How it works? Well, you insert your... yeah, and the pressure inside manages to hit the switch inside, reacting to the game's input. The secondary button is more how you would say the finishing move.
The future!
But we got plenty of time for that. Let's explore what we have here, and then we could take it for a real test spin.
And yes, all the gameplay you're going to be seeing in today's review is actually controlled by my...
I mean, I didn't buy it to keep my tea cozy!
So, 3D Custom Girl. Let's go. So the first thing it does is suck you into another dimension to meet an anime girl. Our girl we have here is quite cute. Here you can do what most Japanese games do best. Touching them in weird spots for even weirder responses.
Clearly I touched her elbow. Some people are into that sort of thing!
It actually looks like she's playing piano here. Well, that's what you can tell your mum as you watch this review. So the camera is quite responsive and the character reacts in loads of different ways, which is already a plus. I wouldn't want a game where the girl acts like a balloon if I fondled her. Opening up the Custom Girl menu on the side, we have a buttload, and I mean buttload of stuff to use. From hairstyles, wristbands, dresses, bandages. I think you're covered in the cute, sexy, and weird side of Japan. There is so much to choose from that I doubt you would have the same girl every time. Also, there's a set of slide functions to adjust boob size, height, and thickness. There are also some preset girls in case you're looking for a more specific theme. But if you want to try your luck, you could hit the randomize button and see what the game spits at you. Okay, Evil Santa Warrior Goddess. Choco made boots aplenty. My tops are in the wash. Or my favorite, made battle ready suit succubus dancer.
Stanley, if by any weird chance that you're watching, made battle ready succubus dancer needs to be in Avengers. Mate, she's battle ready.
Okay, let's build some characters we can play with.
In the butt.
There is also a location select, where we can have our date in the lap pool, on top of the high school, on the train. Oh, no you don't, Japan. On the really? Well, this character is going to be one of my favorite Japanese cosplays, the schoolgirl swimmer. So, this hair, and, oh god, yes, wait, okay, we gotta have the long socks as well.
Those girls don't wear those socks with those tops.
Shut up! You're breaking the immersion!
Well, we've got to have glasses, and a bow, and some gloves, and done. Okay, let's make one more.
So when I go to the buffet, I like to try a bit of everything. Eh?
A more mature look schoolgirl, of the winter look. The model posing at times can be tricky when you're trying to see the front or back, but the model itself isn't too bad. You can tell that we've come a long way.
And before you say anything, NASA, until I can fuck an alien chick from another dimension, don't call me. I'll call you.
Now that we have our models ready for extraction, let's take to the model pose mode. One of these modes, you can pose the girl in any which way. So if you wanted to look like a ragdoll flying out of your 7th story apartment building, well, go for it.
We all know there's somebody out there with that fetish. Kieran.
There is also a sort of screensaver mode where the camera slowly pans around, playing light somber music.
She looks like she's posing for a wrestling promo. If her name was John Cena!
But the main poses we have are the sexy poses. From the spread leg to the arch, our girls' yoga game is strong. These poses without a doubt are hot.
But now, it's time to take it to the next level. It works! Woo!
I've got to admit, I was hesitant to put my junk in this thing, but it's quality. It's not perfect, I know. Hell, there are sites that swear that the next model up is like the king of the ring, but with a few inaccurate inputs, it pretty much reacts in real time.
I have an uneven stroke.
And just when you think you've seen everything in the game, you can input mods. Yep, that's right. Extra clothes, modes. Hell, I put a fucking snake scarf into the game. Well, okay, maybe not the whole thing. It mostly works because I overloaded it with mods, but it fucking works. The community is large for the mods and easy to find with a simple Google search and YouTube tutorial.
This... It's not much. I mean, it's nothing more than a fantasy filler, but what it does bring to the table is surprisingly pleasing. Oh, God! Hey, have you been watching the whole time? Yeah, until your extreme friction burnt my goddamn eyebrows off, you hippie!
Even though it's in Japanese, it's quite easy to install and work out the menus. Even when I had issues playing with some of the simple settings on my computer, I was able to fix it. It's not a game that you could go back to all the time with all the preparation, but if you ever wondered if the technology existed, well, Japan did it. And it works. I'm kind of tempted to see the next model up that comes with the Oculus roof patch. You know, for research.
I have no doubt that this thing here would work with many other sex simulators. But hey, that's just a theory.
Let's try Dead or Alive 5 last round.
I'm selecting fighting options with my dick.
So only being 2 buttons on this wiener joystick, I can only kick and grab. Don't get me wrong, I could win a few matches, but I need something I can play from start to finish.
Specs! Bring in my childhood!
Well, I guess you've got this far.
Many video game emulations have multi-control input, so I can control the character with the keyboard and, well, do all the action with this, my dick. It's beautiful! Oh my god! I mean, this thing's hilarious. I mean, I literally fucked my childhood. But, my god!
The controller alone is fantastic. If the 3D custom-made game didn't work, I'd still say this controller is appealing, and it's paid for itself. So if you want to get drunk with some mates, you know those mates, you know the ones. Sit around and play games with your dick in a tawny tug of retro ages, then this one is for you. Hell, I also played a complete run-through of Sonic Chaos with it. I used my dick to beat a Sonic game. And if you're a Patreon, you can check out the gameplay, if you're so inclined and creepy. And no, you don't see my ding-dong.
You know, if I had to end that game, if I had a final episode, I think this would be the way to go. And that concludes the final episode ever of Dat Game. I've really enjoyed doing these episodes. Ever since I could get it up without using a pill. I'm Shades. And never forget, you get what you paid for. Good night.
looking?
Seriously, how did we drink that much last night? Fucking chronic headache.
I don't know, but at some stage, you vomited in here.
How do you know it's mine?
Because it smells like you've been guzzling down a big old cock.
Fuck you, you rodent. Just give me my car keys already.
I'm looking, fuckface. Nothing. It's never really been clean in there ever since the fappening anyway.
You know, if I could shrink down, I would go in there and look for him myself.
Like Hako.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know, the game where you get a girl in a box and you shrink down and you fuck her.
That sounds amazing.
Ha! You think that's awesome? Wait till you see who makes it.
Welcome back to Dat Game, the show where we take a look at video games with sexy, sexy covers. I'm Shades. I want to ask you guys something. Do you have a pet?
Pets are amazing. Yeah, they're a lot of work, but it pays off in the end. To come home after a long, grueling day at work, to see your pet waiting to give you love and affection. Well, maybe not a fish. A cat girl, though. Meow. But what if there was a pet you could have like no other? A pet you could grow yourself. And no, I'm not talking about the abomination known as sea monkeys. I'm talking about Box Hako, a game created by the team at Illusion in 2008. So you know it's going to be a good one. The game boasts you get a pet-like creature in the game, feeding it and raising it. Sounds like it could be the next best thing to having a pet.
This is Hako Box.
So we boot up Hako Box. Is that a girl inside of a box of apples? You know, I mean, I've seen weirder things, but I mean, is that a girl in a box of fucking apples? What? The music is very elegant too, much like you'd hear in a mansion.
Oh yes! Vavidia just recently bought a horse for gallivanting.
Starting off the game, we are presented with a visual novel style mode of play. Wait. Okay, these games were never designed for English translation. I guess the fan community missed a few things here. I almost thought my mansit was here.
Heaven forbid I miss my mansit.
The character we seem to be playing is worried about a package in the mail. I'm assuming he doesn't leave his home much, but hey, here's the thing. If you're worried where your mail is, you know, you could go to the post office.
You know,
outside!
Oh no, the character's excuse is that if he leaves the house, he will miss the package. And apparently, living on his own, he only owns a fucking bed, a laptop, and a window.
Get a Nintendo, you fucking weeb!
Our character thinks about getting food when he realizes he didn't check the front door. For the package.
How does this guy live? Without a brain!
We eventually received 2 packages, but not the one we were expecting. One giant green box and a small brown box.
It's a blow-up doll and a butt plug.
Our character then goes through the painful process of wondering if he should open it.
Oh, open the box, you fucking fish! I'm more bored than you right now!
The first box contains 1 apple and a note. And I kid you not, the description that our character says is, no matter how I looked at it, it looks like an apple.
Jesus Christ!
The paper we received with the apple tells us to place it inside the other box, which we find is a doll's house. Fuck it, let's do it.
Seen it here, folks. A girl hatched from an apple. A girl hatched from an apple. She hatched from an apple.
Want to see a boring reaction to this? Our character is just like, yeah, whatever. He then hears a noise and decides to go check it.
Is this not exciting enough for you?
So the email explains that we have a Hako girl. Or should we say a grow your own girl?
How's she gonna fit on my dick?
Now, we're taken to a sim date style mode where we can take care of our Hako girl. Our computer sends us all the emails needed for information on Hako girl and how to take care of her. Your notes keep stats in check, and girl's notes for the Hako girl. And you can sleep.
You know, if you find a girl hatching from an apple, fucking boring!
I do like the music on the laptop. It reminds me of a Mario Party menu or something. By the way, I love how his desktop clearly just has files filled with porn, paint shop, and no internet browser.
This guy, living like a hermit.
Heading over to the store, we can buy new clothes, interiors for the box, food, and even a hobby for our Hako girl.
Tell me about the rabbits, George.
Checking the notes, we can see some of the stats of our Hako girl. How much food we have for her, how many Hako girls we've raised, or even hand orgasms.
If I finger her, I'm gonna fucking kill her.
I love too how he wrote top secret inside of the book. You know, in case people flip to the page and are all like, whoops, oh, better stop reading because this is a secret. Don't want to read about his hand orgasms. The info we have on our girl indicates that yes, she indeed came from an apple. Man, I don't know where I would have figured that out.
Except for the fact there's a scene where she hacked from a fucking apple!
Let's check out the box though. You know.
With action is!
So having a Hako girl is loads of entertainment. You can get her to stand there, stare into the evil void which is the haunted cupboard of the devil's realm. Get her frustrated over homework even though she clearly doesn't go to school. Or flick her in the head. Things start to get a bit weird when you start poking her in the head.
Is this a crime? Is this a crime? I'm pretty sure this is a crime!
Let's give her some fruit. How about a strawberry? Jesus! That was the size of your body! Slow down, lady! She's a machine! Though she doesn't like to follow up a strawberry with an orange and a mushroom. Oh, she found that so-so. Eh, well, don't worry. Our main character literally breathes so-so. He's the most so-so guy on the planet. So trust me, you don't have to be excited. Fucking with the powers of the demonic cupboard, we change her clothes to be the same. Though I guess that's more for your enjoyment than hers. But who cleans her clothes?
Does she have like a little tiny washing machine that she washes her clothes in? A little iron to, you know, iron the creases out? I need to know these things! I'm becoming a Hako parent, damn it!
So getting back to petting her. If you pet her enough, she announces a fanfare from her boobs.
Make way for the queen!
What the fuck?
I'm not sure if this makes it any more right than before. I'm about to fuck a chick who hatched from a fruit. Is she gonna taste like citrus?
These things I need to know.
So we can do some pretty PG stuff that I can show, like making out, using her boobs as a safe door.
2 to the right, 10 to the left, and then around to 5, 11. 2, 10, 11. Eyes, fingers, toes.
Oh, snap! If you play your cards right, her clothes are sacrificed to the sky gods. And we can partake in some action. And once we're done, we teleport out of the box, like a true gentleman. No hugging, no snuggling, or after sex talk. Fuck that. We got no time for that. We're so-so.
Imagine if we accidentally grew in the box.
Making more advancements on her unlocks more modes and items. It's more for the fetish people.
You know the one, the shrinking into a dollhouse and fucking a Barbie bracket.
Well, many days pass and I grow fonder and fonder of my apple-soaked girl. I feel if it wasn't for the sex, she'd be a perfect fit for the boring player.
Sayonara. Mata ne.
Hako girl! Hako girl! Hako girl!
She is gone without a trace. Before this, he never knew if a girl, period, could disappear. You know, ever. Oh man, somebody better tell this man about the fucking circle of life. But hey, when life gives you apples, it gives you even more apples with girls in them. Like this Neko girl, and a pink-haired bubblegum princess. Though, I just realized something. They are eating fruit, and they come from fruit. Am I feeding them the young? Oh my god!
You sick fuck!
Hako box. Where to put it? Well, it does have its moments. It's a hard pick. It's confusing, deceiving, and even appealing. The fact is, just when the game got boring, I got pulled back in by a new development. It's kind of like a Tamagotchi, except way less responsibility. It doesn't give you the satisfaction. The only kick you get is when you manage to get with the girl. Everything else comes off frustrating because the character we play as isn't as invested as he should be. I feel like the world could be ending and he would be bored with that too. This game is a pleasing. Yeah, a new rating for the ratings board. It's a balance on appealing and deceiving. And to be honest, I'm left with way too many questions about the birth cycle of a Hako girl.
Hey, Shades! I think I found your keys!
Oh, thank God, I need to get some fucking nachos!
Dude!
Get alive.
I think it's trying to say something.
What the hell is that thing?
Mayday! Mayday!
Specs!
This game needs a woman's touch.
Specs, get in here now!
Welcome back to Dat Game, and welcome back to Oh Dat Horror Month. Shade's left me with a video game to talk about while he's off jerking it to preteens or something like that. So let the hate comments or the positive comments come in as you realise he's not here and I am, as we look at White Day.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Wait a minute!
What do you want, rodent?
White Day?
Yeah?
What the hell are you gonna do next? Join the Ku Klux Klan? You filthy shit sucker!
White Day isn't about racism.
Wait, it isn't?
No!
Oh.
Piss off!
Oh, I'm leaving!
White Day is a survival horror game made by Korean game studio Sonari in 2001. It never had a complete release outside of Korea. I blame Kim Jong-un. The creators of the game received many emails from people unable to beat it due to how scary it is. They later released some patches letting the player choose a difficulty and how much of the game would be focused on scares. Saying this, even through just one playthrough alone, you can't really experience every scare this game has to offer. Great. Horror games have learned how to adapt replayability. What's next? Diversity in Flappy Birds? There's even a real mode where there are next to no healing items, but a lot more story and scares. One of the great things about this game is the strong fan base which has been created and gives me more an opportunity to cover everything this game has to offer. As for the name White Day, well, in most cultures we have Valentine's Day, celebrating love and giving Hallmark our money by the truckloads. In Japan, Valentine's Day is a special day where males give females gifts. White Day, however, is the day where the lovely ladies of Japan get to return the favour by giving males gifts.
If you listen really closely, you can hear the twang of many erections going up at the thought of that idea, and then the crunch of many balls being kicked as reality sets in.
The opening cutscene shows a girl reading manga, and us just staring into the sun before going up to her. What a nice, peaceful start.
Oh shit, son! She's all for the pussy!
So, starting up White Day, we are given the option to enter our name. Fedora the Explorer.
Because if there's gonna be anything sexual going on, I want to do some exploring. Of the panty variety. Yo, Shades, why'd you write this crap?
Ooh, that's so perverted!
I know, right? I think it's something in this chair. I think it's fuming.
The opening cutscene starts, and reminds me of something that Kojima would make. Very cinematic. Setting the tone straight away. Though I don't know why on White Day you would decide to go to the school at night. That's just fucked up. Have you seen most Japanese school horrors? This is not going to end well. We enter the school, showing that we are in Building 1. The game is a first-person puzzle solver type game. Opening things and examining items, which adds to the creepy atmosphere of the school. Fantastic. Exploring a classroom, we find a very angry note from the janitor. It seems he's pissed about some rake gone missing. What, can't you buy another one? And if we have the spirit, we can get his rake back for him. From the storage room. Why spirit? That already sends bad vibes. In the bottom left of the screen is our health represented by our heart. So far it's good. But I get the feeling things are going to make it spike. Our inventory is our school bag, storing items, notes, and other things of importance inside for our quest.
Terry? Is that you?
In the main hall, we meet up with some of our classmates.
And I know what you're thinking. Are they legal?
Lego! Lego! She's Lego!
Running gag!
야, 소리 없이 나타나면 놀라잖아. 난 8반 김성아야. 너는?
What the hell? So talking to this girl signals us to see a safe in a random room? This isn't really explained, and it's just put in an odd spot. Honestly, I don't know why they did it.
It just seems like such a weird thing to do.
The dialogue tree shows we can pick multiple answers, which is quite diverse for this type of gameplay. Goes to show they put in some...
What's that noise?
An alarm starts going off as Kim hides from the noise, which is making my ears bleed brain juice, while we make our way to the alarm through a series of vents using a ladder. Let me tell you about the save feature. It's much like Resident Evil. In Resident Evil, you have ribbons for a typewriter, so you can save your progress. Here, it's markers. Nice to see some inspiration taken from other games of the genre. It also makes you feel like you got some rationing to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't hear you over this cool, refreshing beverage. Other soft drinks are available.
Creeping through the vent, we witness something quite odd. Fuck? So the janitor is that bent out of shape about his fucking rake?
Give this guy some paid leave. He is clearly stressed.
So finally, after solving the alarm puzzle, we find the random safe, an amulet, and even a game box. Kinda like a collectible in the game. A good side Easter egg to keep you on track while you're being killed by the fucking gardener!
Hello? I swear, if this is a prank...
We meet up with Kim again, first to see if her eardrums haven't exploded from the alarm, and to talk to her about our White Day crush. She gives us a key to the gym, and we're on our way.
And if you've seen enough Japanese manga about gyms, you know exactly what's going to happen in there. Eh?
Run, bitch! Run!
Morris? Is that you? Did you come back from the dead?
So the other girl from before rescues us from the janitor.
Bitch, I could say the same to you!
The other things you find throughout your quest in the school is reading about the ghost stories. Some of them trigger when you read them, and some when you get into the area they describe. Lighting a match, we find our first story about a ghost girl and a maths problem. The impossible maths problem. Yahei was a very normal and average student. So normal that sometimes she would be bullied and teased for it. Maths was the only subject she was below average in. And though she studied and worked as hard as she ever could, her grades never improved. Whenever she was called to the chalkboard to solve a maths problem, she could never do it, and her bullies in class would laugh at her. One day, Nahie had maths for her last period. Unfortunately for her, she got called up to the chalkboard to solve a maths problem. As every time before, she couldn't solve it. The maths teacher grew impatient and angry with her, so he told her that she could not leave the school until she had solved the problem. To make matters worse, the bullies walked up to the chalkboard and changed the problem slightly, while Nahie was out of the room. When Nahie walked back, she became even more confused, upset, and scared. She even heard about the rumors and ghost stories that were told around the school, and was growing more and more anxious as it got darker. Suddenly, the back door swung open, and her bullies came loudly into the classroom. She was so shocked that she suffered a heart attack and collapsed to the floor. Even in death, she can still be seen at the chalkboard, trying to solve the problem that she never finished.
Son of a fucking fucking grudge! What the hell is Kayako doing in this game? Nope! Oh, fuck. Okay. Can I be honest here? I really don't like The Grudge. I know I reviewed the third one on my channel like a little while ago, but a lot of the time when I was looking at old footage in the first movie, I was doing it like that. Because it's one of the only movies that have just really just fucked me over mentally, but oh god.
Don't get me wrong, I love a good horror, but that was an amazing jump scare. What the fuck was that? We read another story about a girl and the secrets of the pond. Secrets of the pond. A small pond could be found between the main building and the gym a long time ago. There was a silly rumor going around that the pond was made from a crater back in the day and used to be a refugee camp from the war. Apparently, the site was bombed during the Korean War, and a group of soldiers were killed when the bomb hit the tent where they had been resting. That is not the only rumor about the pond. The story goes that if you prepare a love letter for someone, asking them to meet you at the pond, you will stay together forever. But if they don't come, the pond will curse you and you will die. When the moon is at its brightest, you can see a figure standing from the hallway window looking down at the pond. Some say she has some sort of connection to the pond itself. A timid girl named Soo Kyung liked an upper grade student called Sung Joon. After a long period of stress, she sent him a letter to meet her at the pond, feeling it would be worth the risk. However, the letter was misdelivered, and Sung Joon never got it. Soo Kyung spent the whole night waiting there in the cold. She fell ill and was absent the next day. She decided to be transferred in a desperate attempt to save herself. No one heard anything more about her until a few months later, when Soo Kyung's body floated up from under the pond. Fuck, these are messed up! And finding stuff like these bloodied hand marks just messes me up even more. I was expecting sexy schoolgirls, not to piss my pants! Oh god, is that the window from the Pond Girls story? Oh, fuck! And just when we ran out of the way, we're killed by the Slender Gardener!
What the fuck did I just play?
Look, yes, the girl on the cover did lure me in. But when I was playing it, I expected something half decent. But what it delivered was a dynamic horror game. From stories, puzzle solving, jump scares, a great atmosphere, and even some innovative and inspiration from other horror games. This one is very underrated. On the sexy factor though, it's deceiving. Don't get me wrong, I still think it's a great game, but it lures you in to make you shit yourself. Shades owes me a clean pair of boxers after this. Playing the game in other settings does provide you with some different types of gameplay. Like in easy mode you get a mobile phone which texts you hints for the game, which would make you come back. But the sex appeal isn't too strong, unless there's something deeper in the game. But like hell if I got the balls to find out.
Well, that's it for...
Hey, yeah, I got him good. Thought you were gonna need carpet spray, man. Shut his pants all the way through. Yeah, no worries, boss.
What a dumb cunt! excited! I'm touching my nipple. You can't see him, but I'm doing it.
Is that okay?
Hey, don't ask me, it's going to your video.
Thanks, Chris.
Welcome back to Dat Game, a show where we take a look at sexy video game covers and see whether or not the force is strong. With my dick. It's been a crazy year here at Dat Game. I mean, I've had a slew of crossovers, and I've even had my dick jackhammered by some sort of Japanese device. I need a holiday.
I know your ass better say Sexy Beach Premium Resort, nigga.
Lance?
Yeah, it's me. Titty all day, every day. And don't mind me while I plug, because honestly, I don't mind if you mind. But you can check us out at youtube.com/finegamegirls. Okay, I'm finished. Now hurry up and review the damn game. My dick is getting impatient.
Well, I could, but it's going to be a big review.
Oh, bigger than your dick?
Well, maybe not my...
Because your dick is small, my friend. Like, micro small. You need a damn NASA telescope to see the motherfucker. Shit, CSI couldn't organize the proper forensics team to find out what happened to that damn thing.
I'm reviewing it! Get off my back!
Whoa, chill the fuck out, dog! Don't get your nipples in a twist. Hey, look, you seem stressed, and I'm here to see some damn titties. So how about we review a game together?
Well, I was actually going to review Dead or Alive Xtreme 2.
Oh, shit, count me in. Them girls can punch the hell out of me any day.
The Dead or Alive series has been known for its assets right from the start, and it gave fans what it wanted. Temco released Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball in 2003, and it got some decent scores, mostly made a praise from everyone's manhood.
Shit, even some hackers put nude mods in the game to bring out the sexiness in full view. So now you can see Tina lounging around with them tig old biddies right on your home console.
Well, for a while you could. That is until Temco took them to court for it.
Ah, shit, come on. Give the people what they want. Well, thank God for the internet and a little place called Google.
In 2006, a follow-up to the game was born, Dead or Alive Xtreme 2, with minigames, more boob physics, and crisper graphics. Though the ratings for this game weren't exactly the best, Screw Attack awarded it with a place in the top 10 games that will make you want a bone list.
Well, shit, what are we waiting for? Let's hit the beach!
Don't you want to change out of that suit first?
Ah, trust me, the suit is biodegradable, and I don't even know what the fuck that means. But when I need to, I can change quicker than Clark Kent.
So the opening cutscene starts up, and... The team behind this game does not stray away from the sexuality, showing butts, boobs, and many interesting situations that you wish you could be part of.
But you won't. Because this is a game, you fucking weebo.
The cutscene alone sold me, and we didn't even have to play it.
I already bust off. That's all I need to see.
First things first, if you want to see them boobs at full velocity, we've got to turn up that jiggle.
To do that, you just gotta go into the settings and change your age to 99. Then again, what 99-year-old could live through this amount of shiggling?
In the last game, Zack makes an island where he tricks all the girls into visiting. He does this by saying the new Dead or Alive will be hosted there, but all he's actually doing is collecting all the honeys in one spot, so he can perv on them. In this game, we again travel to Zack Island, where we're presented with an actual plot.
Maybe, probably, definitely.
Oh shit, this nigga clearly got the right idea. Destroy any means of getting off that island, and you can have them bitches living off coconuts for months.
At the end of Xtreme 1, the island sank due to a volcano eruption. Zack and his assistant are back to resurface the island with help from aliens.
Hiya, baby. Capacitors charging. All systems go.
Range to target, 10,000 clicks.
Target locked.
3, 2, 1.
Say hello to my little brain.
Look, Temco, you don't need to cover this game in a story or plot. We're just here for the boobs.
Zack launches the missile signaling the aliens. Yeah, I guess it's canon now. Who helped resurface the island?
The aliens could have came down and provided us with some sort of bonus tentacle play at least. I thought that was a prerequisite in these type of games.
So, let's select the girl we're going to play as on New Zack Island. It's a tough choice. All of them are amazing in both shape and design. I think I'm going to go with my girl Hitomi. Hitomi assumes that Dead or Alive 5 is being held on New Zack Island. But surprise, the girls have been tricked again.
What are the odds?
We meet up with Lisa, who has quite a sexy conversation. You can clearly tell the artists put all their efforts into making these characters pop with movement and poses.
Lisa gives us a tour. The sports shop where you can purchase sexy wear and jet skis. The Zack of all trades where I guess Zack just got all the leftover junk that floated to the surface and is now selling it.
Trust me, it works!
Then there's the marine race, where we can race the girls for more cash to buy more junk. The races are really only good for money and crazy sexual tricks. Oh, and a good look at the rear of the boat. There are also other areas, such as a forest and a pool area, which have events that open up depending on what characters are visiting. Pool hopping is one of the events you can partake in. Using the coloured buttons, you must time your jumps to beat your opponent. I'm not very good at it, but who cares? Either way, you get to see some boob service. And now, for some beach volleyball.
Oh, wow. I forgot this game was about volleyball.
You can pass and spike the ball between your opponents and teammates. It's quite easy to control. Unfortunately, you don't get to look at the girls as much as you're concentrating on the game. But the volleyball play actually has a crucial role in the game.
Now notice how Lisa has music notes coming out of her head on the bottom right? For some stupid reason, that means that she likes us, so she agreed to be on our team. So you can't play unless you have a teammate. And the way to keep the attraction between you two is to keep winning matches.
To get the other girls to join your team, you must send them gifts they like, in hopes that they will reply and not just send it back to you. If you attract them enough, you can ask them to join your team.
Hey, what the fuck? Should I be taking notes? This is a lot to remember. Can't we just buy a girl a Sybian or a maxi vibrator and get her drunk? Because you know that's how we do it in Lance's Slam Girl Xtreme.
The days in Xtreme 2 are much like the days in a sim date game. You can only do so much during the day, and then you're forced to head back to your hotel and plan for tomorrow.
I'm back!
Look at cheap-ass Zack sending us some old bootleg dollar store bullshit. He should have got on some Justin Timberlake shit and put his dick in a box.
Speaking of girls' boxes, I better send off some gifts. And now, let's head to the casino. Another pastime in Xtreme 2 is visiting the casino. Roulette, blackjack, poker, and slot machines call to you, and kinda break up the gameplay. But we know why we're here. To get some sweet booty money to buy gifts for the girls. Some of the slot machines are brutal, taking money from you at a higher risk. But it does add to the challenge. Day 2 begins, and I know what we should be doing straight away.
Checking out our sweet body?
You've read my mind, Lance.
Ah, yeah, it's like we have died and gone to heaven. If heaven was this game.
Xtreme 2 gives you plenty of fan service, so don't worry, you'll be able to check out the ladies.
Shh! Hitomi is heading to the forest for some jungle fun.
I think she means...
Day 2 over. And the girls didn't like my crap gifts. Money, well, spent. I need to get with at least one girl on this goddamn island.
I want to ride on the well with Kasumi. You know, take care of that blowhole.
Ew.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much.
On day 3, we take more jet skis and more money. Because we need those sweet Zack dollars to get those sweet ladies. Seriously, look at all the crap you can buy. There's a coin with Kasumi's fucking face on it. That just screams creepy. Zack, stop going to swap meets and buying random crap.
I'm gonna get so much pussy.
Here, I hope you like this. Thanks. Bye!
Oh, you bitch! This thing's filled with plenty of DLC! And water.
One of the main options in the game is known as Precious Memories, otherwise known as the Spank Bank. Here you can buy a camera and take pictures of the ladies in their natural habitat. If they hold still!
Oh, Shades, you're giving me motion sickness. Focus on the prize. I think it's time you made a move on one of the girls. Hit up our girl, Kasumi.
I'm crossing my fingers here.
I'm all yours.
Yes.
Using our money from matches and other games, we're able to buy tickets to other events, like Butt Battle.
And yes, it's amazing.
You want to see these girls show off their butts and end up getting wet in a pool? Well, this game is for you. It may be short, but it's fun. Wait.
I wonder what happened.
You fucked up.
How did I?
I don't know. But the point is that you did. Maybe because you didn't play enough beach volleyball with her.
Nah. Yeah.
I guess I was too busy perving at their volleyballs? So now that we're solo, I guess we can try to earn more money and try other events. But who wants to play volleyball when we can just perv on the girls?
You make a good point.
Beach Flags is a classic beach game where you must rise and run for the flag. There's Tug of War, which is kind of like the opposite of Butt Battle, and of course there is a water slide.
Hitomi? You okay?
I'll get the shovel. We can't let anyone know.
And before you know it, 13 days on the island is up.
Wait, already?
Yeah. The moment the game just starts to pick up, it sort of just ends.
Ah, shit, way to leave me hanging.
Well, not until we get more cutscenes from Zack.
A meteor hits the volcano on the island and is sinking it once again. I assume everyone survived, but it looked like a scene out of a disaster movie. Like everybody should be dead. The game then shows our photo work on the credits before taking us back to the title screen. Oh, and aliens abduct Zack. Well, Shades, what do you think?
Well, it's not the best game I've played, but it hits all the right spots.
Xtreme 2 is almost purely fan service. The other modes are really just filler, giving the game some substance. The minigames are quite short besides the volleyball, and gift buying can be frustrating as there is a lot to get. 13 days is also a frustratingly short amount of time to get the girl you want to partner with, especially for the few rewards it gives us. This said, we do get a high number of scenarios to work with. From the sexiness of the character design and the scenes we can perv on, it's a very hollow game, but it does exactly what it says on the box. In that respect, it doesn't disappoint. I just think there could be a bit more to make me want to stay. Overall, this game is appealing, just missing the mark of the top rating. You can get the same effect playing Dead or Alive 5. The amount of sexy costumes there are, including the win and lose screens, showed that fan service is leaked into the main series. It all just depends on what you're after. This game would be good on the cheap, but Dead or Alive 5 has more action and costumes on hand. For a price.
Yeah, they just recently launched the teaser to Xtreme 3. We can hope it brings more substance to the game, but either way, I don't think they're gonna let us down.
Thanks for reviewing this one with me, Lance.
Ah, hell yeah, no problem, Shades. Hey, keep doing your thing. So, what's next on your list of games?
Well, I think I might take a holiday to a premium resort.
Oh, snap! Oh, yeah!
I'm Shades, and remember, you get what you paid for. Good night.
It's 3 a.m. And my girl asleep. Man, she been on some more bullshit. I ain't had a chance to ski for 3 weeks, so question, if I really need it, should I hit the PC, nigga, double D it? Feeling like MJ, man, I wanna beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. I'ma pop it till I bust, pop it till I bust. Click, 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 bitch, pop it till I bust. Look another bitch, look another bitch. Pop it till
Ooh, that's hot! Welcome back to Dat Game, a show where we take a look at video games with sexy, sexy covers. I'm Shades. And you know what? I'm not really done lounging around at the beach. Dead or Alive Xtreme 2 was merely just a taste of that paradise. Today, at long last, we're going to be taking a look at Sexy Beach Premium Resort.
Sexy Beach Premium Resort is a game that the team Illusion were working on for quite some time. Earlier this year, they announced the game out of nowhere, and on September 11th, 2015, it hit the shores of Japan. Premium Resort is the 5th installment in the Sexy Beach series, and the first in the collection to have Oculus Rift support. But this is just the start of the new features, from minigames, free roaming, survival, combat, and so much more. This would be Illusion's greatest challenge yet, nay, their greatest game, boasting it as an open-world sexy vacation, setting it apart from others in the series.
I've been itching like a whore with crabs to play this game. I need to be prepared. Much better.
I want to take the time to thank one of my biggest fans, and an amazing friend, Anios, for sending me a copy of the game. There was actually an option to pre-order the box set from Japan with a few goodies, and Anios made today's review possible. So first off, before we head to the island, let's take a look at the character creator again, because they've improved on it since last time we jiggled with it. If you missed my original video on the Sexy Beach character creator, you can click here to check out the basics. Today we'll just be going over the improvements. Since the last time we got under the hood, we were able to create a basic model, but now added to the menus are clothes and accessories. Most of the costumes must be unlocked in-game at stores on the island, and are added here later on. But so far, to start with, they give you a decent amount to work with. You can preset not just their regular wear, but their swimsuit outfit as well.
Because apparently they can't dress themselves. And I'm a fucking pervert.
I've created a few more girls for my trip, including Shina Mikado from Katawada Shoujo, Lula from You Know What Fucking Game, Super Sonico, and Super Potacho, which beefs up my harem to 7. But I'm sure we'll make more as we go.
I'm a freak, and I want to fuck some pre-rendered assets.
Once you're happy with your ladies, you can add them to the main game with ease. Just click Custom, and then sign them up to the island. Also coming with us is Shantae, Beast of the East, and Shrek's Fiona.
It's like the Jurassic Park of pussy, and I am their god.
You're implying that a group composed entirely of female animals will breed?
No, I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
But if you're not that creative, there are plenty of girls that already reside on Sexy Beach Premium Resort. And there are a lot of girls. Let's give them the roll call they deserve.
Suck round on the shore of this uncharted desert isle with Gilligan, the skipper too, a millionaire, a movie star, Professor and Mary Ann here on Gilligan's Island.
As you can see, Illusion has added some of their flagship girls from Sexy Beach and other games they've created such as Real Play and Premium Play.
Fuck adding Shantae to Smash. I'm adding Shantae to the fucking beach.
Now that we're ready, we can start our quest. But because I have an early copy of the game, the community is still busy translating the entire script from Japanese to English.
But like I said before, boobs are a universal language.
So our tale begins. You play the son of a resort hotel owner on Sexy Island, but over the past few years the family business has fallen due to tough times by neighbouring hotels and local thugs. Now that our father is retired, it is up to us to step in and build the empire again. We meet Nagisa, a worker at the hotel being harassed by some local thugs of the island, and hotel owner Tohua Shizuni, trying to take the hotel away from him. But we step in and try to defuse the situation.
Oh! Ow!
Our so-called younger sister Oburu steps in.
It's not confirmed. Put her back on the list.
And local photographer Kashihara also steps up and helps the bullies take a hike. I gotta admit, the character animations are already a big step in the right direction for the series. You can tell they took more time to animate and rig every model. So we head back to the hotel with Nagisa, Oburu and Kasahara, where they explain the situation. And with your help, they'll turn this boring and rundown hotel into a 5-star destination of the island. So with our 3,000 gold and a quest in our step, we are released into the island. Now, to show you everything, I'm going to do a play-by-play of each day I spent on the island, as I try to do and see as much as I can. In our top left, we have a calendar, our time, as well as our money. Also above that is our health. To the right is our radar system to spot events of people on the map. First off, the game looks gorgeous. Not the fullness to say Dead or Alive Extreme 2 with its smoothness, but the graphics still show that they took time to make things look polished. Walking around the island, you come across glowing areas. These are items, such as some type of food or even treasure. Each day you can return to these spots to harvest more for your inventory. Exploring the hotel, we find the girls upstairs doing the washing. Here you can talk to them, give them a present, or ask them out.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
In the bottom right, it shows the attraction they have towards you. So if you want to get with a certain girl, you must work out not just their likes and dislikes, but their personality as well.
I don't mean personalities. I mean personality.
Each character can be put into their own personality groups. Cheerful, quiet, to sundry, yandere, and gentle. And these are very important. This includes characters you create when you pick their personality too. It drastically alters how they behave. For example, cheerful girls are found on the island around 6 till 12, around the shops or caves. After the first day at the hotel, you can find them between 5 to 8 o'clock around the South Beach, but she must be sitting on a bench at the dock. If all goes well, you can make your moves. But that's just for cheerful. Each personality has a different area, time, and certain requirement. There is also a guy you can buy info from, who can help you with the girls that you like. So don't stress if things get a bit frustrating at first trying to work out their likes and dislikes.
You better be taking notes. It's gonna be on the test.
Now with the important info out the way, let's find us some...
Worst holiday ever.
Yeah. You can die from fall damage. You'd think boning a bunch of girls on a tropical island would increase your chances of deadly sexual disease, but no, height is much higher. So we wake up in the doctor's office in town where we meet Himuro, the doctor, who has the power to fix every bone in our body.
I'll fix my bone in her body. Wink.
And now 1,000 gold out of pocket and I'm lost in town. And trust me, it's hard to know where you are. This place is huge. I need to get my bearings. It's actually quite overwhelming. Oh, and we can jump like gravity just went, nah, fuck it, I'm out. You can jump however the fuck you want. Exploring the beach, we come across some dolphin mascots. Who... Wait, they start beating me up? Hey, wait a minute, wait!
Wait a minute, that wasn't in the brochure!
Day 1 on this island and it's not going so well. Occasionally exclamation logos are found around the map showing events. Events activate certain times, like meeting a character or a date event. These are also indicators on how to meet some of the girls we mentioned earlier. While in town, I decided to check out some of the local shops, and there are a lot of shops. Some sell items for health and date nights, toys and sexy clothing for your ladies of the island, and even some awesome duds for you to wear. The items you collect in the game have some weird translations, though I feel that's what they would call them in Japan. Sexy donut, sexy cheeseburger, sexy fish?
Ugh.
On my way back to the hotel, I bump into Shantae.
Oh my god! My wet dick fantasies are coming! They're coming!
So, we establish a connection with her. I guess I did something right day one. Checking out the map for the island, this place just gets bigger. It already adds to the frustrating feeling that I'm lost. Luckily, I find out that we can take a bus to certain areas, making things just a tad easier. I meet up with Motoko wearing a race queen costume, who is running the beach flag minigame. Oh man, if I could win this, I'm sure I could. And I lost. This beach flag minigame must be quite popular in Japan, as this is the same minigame in Dead or Alive Xtreme 2. And then, all of a sudden, reality hits me. This game has been draining my life slowly. Not my real life, the game's health, the game's life. Because I need to eat regularly. At first I didn't mind because it just stopped me from running, but it got more annoying because it started to slow the game down. So the best tip I've got for you is to try not to do everything in the first few days. It's actually a clever mechanic when you think about it. Much like sim date games, you need to rest and eat to cure exhaustion. Okay, day 2. Let's take this seriously. Back at the hotel, you can improve on the facilities such as cleaning, room extensions, installing a cafeteria, a massage room, strip club, and even a few peepholes.
You fucking pervert.
The hotel is one of your main sources of income. Certain guests pay more or less depending on their personality and the characters they are in general. The more pimped out the place is, the more girls will flock here and the more money we can make. It's like a sexy empire, not that one.
Fallout 4 community. Take notes.
I also want to increase my chances on the island, so let's head back to the character creator again. Okay, yeah, and here we go. She used to have a name, but since she sold herself to the local beer company, she's just a walking billboard. She's now known as Sophie Sexy Beer. Her life in ruins. She must work every day to survive.
Fun fact, her backstory is almost as deep as my dick is gonna be.
Heading out to the massage parlor of our hotel, we meet with Ashimi, who seems to be having some trouble by the sound of the music. Checking our map, we can see that it tells us where all the girls are that we've created. Much like Huniepop, we're using state-of-the-art technology to stalk them.
The future!
With a full bar of health, I decide to go the other way. Okay, I need a weapon.
Burn, you fuckers, burn!
Okay, this isn't as violent as I thought. I'll be needing some more weapons down there. Oh, wait, yeah, pirate cutlass will do. The stores restock each day with new items, so I decided to take a look. And there are some sexy costumes. Though, I was quickly put off my lunch when I saw the pig costume.
Squeal, piggy! Squeal!
Wandering the streets in the evening, I bump into Shrek's Fiona.
I mean, how could you not? Her boobs are like 500 miles long. At least it's not the Beast of the East. Ugh.
After that's all over, I head to the beach where I can meet Sophie Sexy Beer, who's clearly always working, so I can't really talk to her, and of course Shantae again, who wants to get kinky on the docks. Having a look at the new lovemaking system, it's dynamic. There are moves within moves, unlimited camera angles, speeds, and even a gauge at the bottom showing whether you want more force or speed.
You know, so you don't feel anything on re-entry.
They must have had a separate team just working on this mechanic alone, as there's an insane amount of effort put in. Though I couldn't get all the mods to work, so again returning to that game is the invisible Lego dick. And just when I'm done with Shantae, Shrek's Fiona steps in for sloppy seconds.
Oh god. Just close your eyes and it'll all be over soon. Oh,
To end the night, I stop by Sexyland, an amusement water park where I meet the feisty Onigo Maki, who is clearly practicing for the big game on Sunday. Inside the amusement park is a store where we can use minigame tokens to purchase special items that you can't get in any other store on the island. Also a fun minigame where you must use a water pistol to shoot down some dolphin balloons. Day 3 and we hit the beach again to meet Super Ponicho, fish for more sexy fish, beat up more mascots, and learn the art of an oil massage.
Sounds like a regular day to me. What did you do? Oh, another boring day? I live the hardcore life.
Smoke weed every day.
I decide to install a massage studio in the hotel to bring in more money, which Shantae wastes no time in getting a booking. My favourite part is using her boob as a buzzer. The massage mechanics have also been improved in Premium Resort from the previous adventures we've had, though the oil option is just as violent. These moments on the table show how much graphically the models have improved too. Even the adding of a lighting feature can change the scene in such a simple way. News travels fast as Sophie Sexy Beer stops by for a rubdown, and yet she refuses to remove the bottle from her head. Now that's dedication to your job. I decide to explore more of the island, finding secrets and yet another trip to the hospital.
Hi, I was wondering if I could get some holiday insurance. Yeah, well, I'm going to be on a tropical island. I'm going to be fucking chicks all the time, jumping off cliffs, you know, breaking my legs, and beating up dolphins. Hello?
Before I leave the doctor's office though, Himuro decides to give me a physical.
You know, I would go to the doctors more often if I got that sort of treatment. If you're watching, Dr. Castiff, take notes.
Heading further out, I find myself in the slums, where all the goons and bad guys like to chill in dilapidated shithole houses. You think for a resort island they'd just be like, yeah, you know, these slum houses aren't really good for tourism. While trying not to get stabbed in the slums, I come across Sexy Soap, with a weird-ass salesman just waiting to lure customers like me inside. It's basically a bathhouse where you can get some on the side from his working girl, Mizui.
Those prices, sir! I could fuck Shrek's Fiona for near to nothing! Good day, sir!
Day 4, and I head out further to see what the island has to offer. By the looks of things, I found the town I built an old sanctuary in Fallout 4, and then I find an alien.
What the fuck is with beach resort games and aliens?
First Dead or Alive Xtreme 2 and now this? I guess they decided that they've already gone unrealistic with the island being filled with easy to get with women, so they figured, hey, you know, just fucking let's put some aliens in there. This alien can help you with training on the island, such as strength and muscle training, and his prices are actually better than the Sexy Soap parlor. Further up the mountains I find a castle, which I guess is story related because I can't enter, but I do find a store with some more clothing that would match Shantae's looks. Hell yes. Straight to the credit card. Also, I found some caves that lead to some hidden pools, treasure, and even secret ways back to the city. As time passes in the game, the days do change, including locations of the girls, so it's best to explore a lot and make sure you take in as much as you can. Let's add some more girls to my holiday. I'm gonna add Anios, the same person who bought me a copy of the game. I added her into the game as just a small token of my gratitude. And I gotta admit, I think I nailed the design pretty close to Anios's. Also, say hello to Box Shirt Beth.
You feeling it? I'm feeling it.
1 week later on the island and I've built myself quite an empire. Buying and selling stuff on the island, adding more rooms for people to stay, a cafeteria and a strip club for people to relax and give me their hard-earned money, and a few peepholes so I can watch some of the girls relaxing.
Ooh, you pervert!
I even managed to take some of the girls on side mission dates around the shopping district. Also, I at last have an identity around the island. People know me as the Suave Melon Man. My final days on the island I spent massaging Anios like a crazy joystick playing Space Invaders, more water park fun, and I even managed to chat up box shirt Beth, who is still going through some rough times. Hang in there, Beth. Your day will come. Oh, and I take Super Poncho for a ride.
Whew. Dem curves.
And at long last, I get to waste my money at Sexy Soap, where you can get scrubbed down and have some exclusive moves with Mizui. Now, before we wrap up this review, let's take a quick look at Free Mode. Free Mode is the game's sexual situations minus the story, so if you prefer to skip straight to it, then this is for you. Here you can also find some of the scenes that you haven't found yet, such as some jungle gym fun in the caves, some kinky handcuff fun, and even a scenario where you can cover the girls in cake. Yeah, that's the thing. I gotta admit, the Japanese love their public humiliation sex. There's a lot of it. But hey, whatever floats your boat.
And yes, just for you weirdos, here's a scene with Beast of the East. Oh God, what?
So, Sexy Beach Premium Resort. Where does it land? Well, to me, this is the best Sexy Beach game I've played yet. It's improved in many areas such as the graphics and sound, and the open world gameplay works well in its favour. You can tell they wanted to make sure you stay just a little longer in the game, putting minigames, relationship building, exploring and collecting. It's still rough in the edges with the translation community, but every day they make progress. I think if I was to think of anything they could add to the game, it would be more minigames in like a DLC. Then it would blow the Xtreme series out of the water. Graphically, Dead or Alive Xtreme 2 is better, but this game is more dynamic. Take Sexy Beach, mix it with Dead or Alive Xtreme 2, and then the open world of Bone Town, and you got yourself one of the most balanced Dat games Japan has pushed out in a while. Without even trying, it lands itself in pleasing. The cover actually undersells what's truly lying inside this game. I've played the game for over 6 hours and I haven't even covered everything, so in my opinion it's worth a look. Because even if you don't like the girls they have, you can create or download girls for your own personal experience.
Wow, that was one hell of a review. It was huge! We only just scratched the surface of the game. But I hope this gives you an idea of what to expect. And now it's time to get ready for the end of the month. Christmas! Let's go open some presents! Don't tell anyone though. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Well, this one's from Shady and Specs. Hey boss, we saw this and thought of you. Shady and Specs. Oh. Okay. Oh! Is this present from you guys? Can I pick? Well, it's my fucking house. Of course I'm gonna fucking peek. 2 shades from Shady Peeps. It's you guys. Good choice.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to keep up to date with the latest Dat goodness, click the subscribe button, and don't forget to click like on this video. Also, if you guys want to see some exclusive and uncensored Dat Game episodes, including extra content, you can support us on Patreon. And if you want to wear Dat Game, you can head on over to our store and get some sweet Shady shirts and merch. Thanks again for watching.
Oh, that's hot! I love this description. shades, fucks, and thrusts, and oinks in his chair. Okay.
Squeal, piggy! Squeal!
Whoa. Wowzers. Ooh, you pervert. Ooh, you pervert.
Try saying it without giggling at the end.
Okay. Ooh, you pervert.
Hey Shades, ready to review Bayonetta?
Yeah, I just finished playing it. How did you go?
I modified the gun to track the thing from that camera, but Shadette said she found it up north in a dump. I don't know how well it's going to work getting you there.
How does it work?
It tells you the direction you're going with the beep indicator. The faster it beeps, the closer you are. I've also modified the power input and done a few other, tweaks here and there. Oh, and there's a USB compartment as well.
Okay, got it.
Shades,
Yeah?
you really want to go down this rabbit hole?
The virus. Losing the original Shadette. I'm sick of all this shit. Remember when we just used to review video games about tits? I want to go back to that.
Don't be late tonight, alright? Shadette's making her eggnog.
Don't worry, I won't. Welcome back to Dat Game. You guys voted, so guess what? It's now time to review Box Office Bust! No one voted for that! Suck my dick, you rat!
That's because you told people not to vote for it, fuckface!
Yeah, because the longer I get to delay that game, the better.
So what game did they pick then?
Dude, do you even watch the show?
Hell no! I'm too busy watching videos on YouTube! Fuck off, you rat!
Bayonetta was released in 2009 in Japan, and later in 2010 for the rest of the world. It was created by Platinum Games, the team behind Mad World, Vanquish, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and The Wonderful 101. Bayonetta quickly gained popularity, with an anime movie based off a first installment called Bayonetta Bloody Fate in 2013, and a sequel, Bayonetta 2 in 2014. Our main focus is the sexy long-legged witch Bayonetta, who has the ability to kick ass without blinking, and slowing down time in a way that refreshes the already beaten to death bullet time. The gameplay style is similar to Devil May Cry, which the director, Hideki Kamiya, also directed as well as Bayonetta.
Well, we have a lot of legs to cover, so let's dive right in and see what this sexy witch has to offer.
Let's not forget to mention that Bayonetta was published by Sega, which actually gave them a strong brand to hold proud. Speaking of Sega, did you know that I do a show called The Sega Master on my main channel, EVM Productions? Just click here and you can check it out.
Ugh, I feel so dirty. Dirty slut shades.
The cutscenes for the game have two different varieties. One straight 3D and the other using these film negatives to tell still frame storylines. We are thrust into a cult who is deciding the fate of some nameless characters.
Oh god. I think I need to change my pants.
Bayonetta doesn't fuck around. Want to get straight into some action and never leave? Fuck it! We're putting you on a falling clock tower fighting gods and angels while a guy monologues the history of witches.
long since erased from the records of time.
After that scene, we cut to present day where we see an airship flying over the city.
Ah, fuck, it's the Brotherhood of Steel! Oh. It's just a cult. I really gotta cut down on the Fallout 4.
With those plot elements in place, we find Bayonetta and Enzo, aka Joe Pesci, at the local cemetery. I say Joe Pesci because listen to his voice and tell me that doesn't remind you of Joe Pesci.
Even old Eggman the Destroyer gets scrambled in the end, right? You know, I still don't get why the hell you dragged me out here for these things. Reading the good Lord's book ain't gonna do much.
Seriously, you could put in clips of some of Joe Pesci's movies and nobody would know the difference.
But you gotta keep the outfit happy.
Listen, Nikki, we talked about this. And I explained to you that there was the possibility you might have to take some kind of loss.
And I prefer my shoes made out of rubber, not concrete.
What are you gonna do, strong-arm me?
We don't take care of him, they take care of us. People have been waiting for this asshole to get whacked for ages. You hearing me? Oh! But they're there, ain't they?
So, Bayonetta prays to the heavens, only to call upon the angels that Bayonetta quickly takes action in killing. Now, I just want you guys to breathe in how fucking metal this scene is, as I didn't realize how sexy and hardcore it was until my second playthrough, but Bayonetta does all this without breaking a fucking sweat.
You look tired. Let me tuck you in.
Oh, shit! Forgive me, Hitman! I didn't mean all that Humpty Dumpty shit! I swear!
Ooh, get your unexpected boner pillow ready. Ah, shit. I need a new pillow.
Now we take control of the sexy witch in a tutorial run of the game. One button for kick, the second for punch. One for an amazing and graceful butterfly jump, and last but not least a deal with it strut and some mad unloading of clips. Now, between your shooting and melee attacks, you can swap between weapons you found along the way by setting them in the menus and using a quick swap trigger. Onto the combo attacks. You can string your attacks together in a bucket load of combos. Seriously, there are too many to mention, but all look unique and feel fluent. One of the most awesome attacks is the breakdancing shooting mechanic. Using the directional stick, you can rotate around your enemies, showing off the curves and moves all in one foul swoop. Now, the game does move at a blur's pace, and sometimes it can be hard to keep up with, even if you're only watching it being played. The saving grace is Witch Time, which is a somewhat refreshed version of the tried and tested bullet time. If you manage to avoid being hit by an enemy at the last minute, you can slow down time for a short period, allowing you to regain your footing and kick some major ass. Then our old friend Rodan shows up and gives Bayonetta a hand. I love how comedic they make these scenes while still managing to make it look kick-ass.
Next time you want me hands on you, you better make sure I'm dead. Now move out the way.
Whoa, Dad!
If it ain't my good buddy Enzo, how about you get out of here? You die, and I'm gonna have to go back in that hole chasing after the money you owe.
With the cemetery out the way, we decide to head back to the Gates of Hell, which is owned by Rodan. Here we have a few drinks and plan out Bayonetta's next move. You see, her story is about trying to rediscover her past, trying to understand who she was and why she was blessed with being so fucking awesome. Bayonetta is after the right eye, a piece in a forgotten past. So we head to Vidgrid, Europe.
Wicked.
So, this is supposed to be paradise?
Yes, it is.
Seeing the transparent NPCs indicates that we're in a realm between worlds, a place where we can see and fight angels. Just another subtle but creative effect. Breaking objects in the game too, by the way, is a good way to mine for crafting items, which I will explain along the way, so make sure you just break a lot of shit. Another creative piece are these doors you must combo into to open, as well as using a big fuck off key as a big keyblade.
Who needs Kingdom Hearts 3, baby?
Now, as you notice, every time we fight a set of bad guys, we go into a verse. Kinda like a dungeon crawler. You could say it's like Lollipop Chainsaw, but here is where these two are different. When I described Lollipop Chainsaw as a boring move and kill game, it was because I felt it was the focus on the character's sex appeal and lack of gameplay. But here in Bayonetta, it transitions in a subtle way. You don't feel like it slows the gameplay down because it's already so fast paced. And because of Bayonetta's easy nature, everything comes naturally. Even when she kisses away the barrier to the next area. Pacing is never lost because the game rewards us with sex appeal, and never slows down. With Juliet Starling, we have to stop and admire it within an already slow gameplay mechanic. Don't get me wrong, Lollipop Chainsaw is sexy, but Bayonetta does what others can't, and balances it nicely. Now, when you finish a set of enemies, it ends a verse. There are a set number of verses in each level. Depending on how quick you complete a verse and the combos you execute, depends on the medals you are rewarded, and at the end of the level, you are rewarded with a trophy.
It's not the size, okay?
Along the way, you collect books that tell you the lore of the worlds. You can read them in the sub-menus along with looking at your beast collection and many other collectibles, including your combo lists and hymns. An awesome attack is your Wicked Weave, or the ability to use your hair to punch things. Conveniently, Bayonetta's clothes have to come off for this move to accommodate for the extra bulk in the attack, so it's a win-win situation. Using the test of these statues, we can dodge lightning to slow time around us, being able to walk across water.
Man, if she was Jesus, I would eat the fuck out of her body and drink her up every goddamn day! I'm sorry, Pastor Derek.
Between segments, we find the Gates of Hell, where we can travel to and from to visit Rodan for upgrades, new moves, skills, and items such as lollipops.
I wish I was her lollipop.
This is where the hymns come into play. Using the hymns we find, Rodan can play the music to attract demons to forge weapons.
So take a load off. All done. He's a little rude, but he makes up for it with charm. Be nice to him, okay?
Oh, just this one? Give me a second. Don't ask.
The one thing that each verse area offers is that when a new enemy is introduced, it's given its own introduction, to not only show us that there's a new enemy, but to actually enjoy and take in its design. It shows that the bad guys are just as important as Bayonetta as a character. And this would be a great time to show off the punishments you can do. Bayonetta puts Mortal Kombat to shame with some of these brutal tortures. If you charge your meter enough, you can pull off some of these sweet and sexy punishments.
Brutal.
And like I said before, the game doesn't slow down. From one mini-boss to another mini-boss to give you a rest. Oh no, what? Oh no, sorry, my mistake, it's another mini-boss. And to me, this doesn't get boring. This game is a freaking adrenaline rush. At the end of each level, you're taken to a mini-game called Angel Attack, where you can use special bullets you've collected to play a shooting gallery game. With the points you win, you can spend them on lollipops, handicaps for the next level, or just exchange them for halos. And then we meet up with our mysterious Bayonetta clone of sorts.
Bitch didn't even flinch.
The witch known as Jean, who has a talent for parking her bike on a fucking wall.
Yeah, okay.
As the story progresses, we see Bayonetta piece her past together. But I actually want to stray away from this for this review, as I will explain in all due time. Now, with the moon out, we can walk across the walls, because, you know, this game just doesn't know when to turn the creativity down.
Ew.
Some of the angel monsters' designs are so gosh darn creepy. Like, actually really fucking creepy. Considering that they're meant to be heaven's messages, they just make me uneasy. All the more reason to rip them apart. We then bump into the douche of the story.
Fate brought us here together, and it will never tear us apart.
This is Luca, a man who's on the hunt for us because, well, he thinks we killed his father when his father found us in a coffin in the river.
Fucking deep, bro.
And this actually goes deeper, but once again, I don't want to give anything away. I'd rather save my explanation for the end. So after some more brutal kickassery, I want to show you the crafting system. Remember how I said smash a lot of random objects? Well, most of the time they drop compounds. Using the witch recipes, you can create lollipops and other items of interest. I actually love this system, using a sort of incantation wheel to mix it all together. A very useful mechanic so you can save your halos for more important purchases. We then make it to an old church where we bump into a familiar face.
A scurrying little friend. Just a child. What are you doing running around Vigrid? You're certainly not dressed in your Sunday best.
Oh, fuck!
So now we're fighting a beast in a falling tower. And can I just say, this image sums up how awesome some of the moments can be in this game. Bayonetta stands there with her fucking hands on her hips, shooting casually at a giant fucking god dragon, not giving a fuck.
God, I'm gonna cry, it's so beautiful. Where's my goddamn tissues?
I'm only on chapter 2 of the game. Chapter 2. And I haven't even scratched the surface of the game. Being a 16 chapter story, it has way more to offer, such as rewinding time, more boss battles that top each other off one after the other, a deep engaging storyline with touches of humor, and even the ability to turn into the beast within. This game doesn't stop. I've beaten Bayonetta once a while ago, and going through it again has made me realize that this game is actually a solid title. The only drawbacks I can think of this game is that it's a bit too short, and sometimes things go a little bit too fast in battles. You don't get to take in most of the surroundings, but the game saves that with carefully placed sexy cutscenes. Again, it's hard to say something bad about this game. I was never really into these sort of Devil May Cry style games, or even Bayonetta's looks, but after a while her legs for days and her story made me pick this game up and not stop playing it until I got to the end. This game is pleasing. Bayonetta 2 was recently released on the Wii U as an exclusive, but they re-released Bayonetta 1 with a few extra features in a box set. We now have costumes to dress Bayonetta up in, such as Samus, Link, Peach, and Daisy.
Oh, fuck's sake!
The thing that blew my mind the most was while writing this review, Bayonetta made it into Smash last week as the fan-voted character. I actually couldn't be happier. Sexiness in a new level has been brought to the Nintendo universe of Smash, and they didn't even tone down her sexiness and sass that much. I'm glad she's becoming more well-known. Do yourself a favor and get Bayonetta. I don't want to spoil any more of the story because you owe it to yourself to enjoy it firsthand. Enjoy a solid, sexy, and well-written character that isn't afraid to show that she's got the goods and takes no prisoners.
Well, thanks Shady Peeps for voting this as the final game I review this year. It was actually really good to relive this game and to actually riff on a game that I like. And now, I got something I gotta go take care of. So, until next year, I'm Shades. Remember, you get what you paid for, and have a Merry, Merry Christmas. Good night. Shady. Shady, it's me, Shady.
Boss?
I knew you were real. No one believed me, but I never forgot about you.
You came back for me.
Yeah, and I'm here now. And we're going home. I'm getting you out of here.
Boss.
What is it?
I can't. I'm dying.
What are you talking about?
The virus, the one that's been haunting you, playing with you. He did this.
What? I don't understand.
Shades, I'm just a bunch of computer codes that was designed to break your heart.
Where is he?
Left a little while ago, but he left you this.
I'm getting you out of here, Shady.
I'm too weak to move. After he programmed me to come home, he started to delete me.
I've got to do something. Wait.
He wants you to watch me die. Boss,
What is it?
my eyes hurt.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Shades. I didn't know. He made me for you.
Don't say that. I mean, I don't think you were even programmed to know.
Promise me you'll get the fucker.
I'll make him pay. I promise.
Will you sit with me and wait? So how have things been?
Well, I did create a Rule 63 in myself. That was fun.
You sicko.
I have a talking raccoon that lives in a trash can named Terry. He just sort of moved in, he's living with us now.
Well, that's different.
And we've got a girl named Specs working for Shady Corner now. She really knows her numbers when it comes to games.
Sounds like you've been getting along just fine.
I knew you were alive, you know.
Shades?
Yeah?
Thank you.
Hello, Shades. It's been a while since we spoke. Shady was the one who sent the distress signal in that piece of junk. I just made sure it took you longer to find us. I wanted to time it perfectly. By now you've watched Shady meet her demise. How sad. Touching, really. I've been watching you since the start, testing you, taunting you, and along the way you seem to be learning a lot about yourself too. What with your own Shady, and even that gun of yours. I also know you've been watching me. I made you review 7 Sins, get close enough to Shady to learn something. To learn that things can be taken away in an instant. I have no doubt we will meet again soon. You still have so many questions. But for now, Merry Christmas, Shades.
And then I says to her, "Hey, you stink like fish!" That's a good one.
It is so hot. Why do we wear jackets? It's summer. It is so hot.
I don't know, I think it's an identifiable look. So I think the viewers like, look at this. Suddenly I'm a stranger.
So you say if I just go like this?
Specs, let you go.
feel like Clark Kent, but sexier. Boss, where you been? What do you call this? It's been like 20 seconds of uncomfortable conversation with this guy. What's going on?
Yeah, where have you been? Come do some shots.
How'd you go?
Yeah, it was nothing.
Well, that calls for eggnog. I second that.
I third that.
There you go, mate.
I don't know who or what would want me to stop being me. But like hell, I'm gonna let that happen. And I'm not gonna let it take my friends away all over again. Not while I'm still known as Shades.